Hello and welcome to Tales from the Dark Side, your Star Wars news and weekly comic recap presented by Renovision. You're getting our Obi Wan Kenobi trailer reactions tonight. We're also trying a new segment where formulas will vary, variables will differ, answers will be notional, but the common denominator is a good time. We're digging up a few comics from our long box, comics highlighted by current events. Then we're deciding what to do with them. Slab, sale, or save. Because he's getting pretty good at it, JJ's doing another character appearance list for us, a Crimson Reign list this time. And we show off some pickups. We give you the latest on Star Wars news and collectible releases. There's 2 new Star Wars comics to review this week, Crimson Reign number 3 and Han Solo and Chewbacca number 1. Also trivia, followed by decisions, where answering the question, that's the easy part. Let's get it going, fellas.
All right, so JJ's running a little bit behind, but we should have him here shortly because he does the news, so we might have to start off with something besides news. But I see that there's a lot of people in the chat that want to do Obi trailer, so we'll get to that too. So, but Rodney was here first. He took over for everybody else. Ed, good to see you. The 80s were hard on me, I think. Thankful for the reminder button. Sweet. Yeah, make sure you're hitting that reminder button. Comic Man Andy. Trying to get us all in trouble on the IGs today with his polls and questions. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Andy. I know where you live, bud. All right, Obi, good to see you. Ruben, what's going on? I can't click on anything because JJ's saying he's going to be here in 3 seconds. Obi, good. Ruben, good. Rodney, good. All right, we got everybody, right? No, we didn't. We got Ed for the algorithm. Did you get it? Yes, he did. Sticks, good to see you. Which account is that under? Oh, who else is here? Eric, good to see you. Astro, I know I saw you. It's not that I complain. I just tell the truth, guys. I mean, what do you want me to do with it? Lewis, good to see you. By the way, that's an 8, right? It's an 8, right? And James, good to see you too. Jedi, finish around the horn, even include JJ, and he might magically pop up. So let's see what happens.
Yeah, I have to include him or else my timing gets thrown off.
There you go.
Okay, you might not know this, but he decided to open his own movie theater. Admission depends on only 2 prerequisites. Patrons must not stink.
Oh, God.
And they must commit to an interview after the showing and pledge to agree with his opinion of the movie. Oh, and wearing khakis and New Balance shoes, that'll get you a discount. It's Macho Man Marco.
That's only partially true.
Bidding advice from this guy goes something like this. Do you really want it? Yeah, I really do. What are you willing to pay for it? I don't know. I really don't. Well, whatever it is, double it, then bid. No wonder he's got so much stuff. Hunted on with Dom Tober. It was right, though. He was right. It worked. He was right.
It does.
While everybody is telling us what comics not to buy, this guy tells us, I'm sorry, I messed that up. While everyone is telling us what comics to buy, this guy tells us which ones not to buy. He's the guy behind the curtain. He's kryptonite to the pump and dumpers. JJ Maxwell will be here. His blaster may be set to stun, but his videos are killer. It's the visionary Pete Renovision. And his videos aren't killer, and they won't stun you either, but they might tickle a little. It's me, Jedi Johnson 22. Let's go.
Because your parts are showing. That's why I might tickle a little.
Oh, my gosh. I don't even know what to do with this week. A lot of stuff did happen. If you didn't catch the tax show, maybe you should go back and watch it. I gave a first reaction to Obi, but you guys are going to get most of that here. And then we talked about, we did talk about my experience in the movie theater watching Batman. We won't relive that. But it's not like it was not a hostage situation. We were all waiting. I'm just very friendly. Maybe some of you are in states with like weirdos or whatever, but here friendly people talk. So we did an impromptu interview.
All I know is, Marco, put your head on my shoulder.
And Dom actually did tell, and that's not good advice. Right now, we're doing a PSA from Renovision. Do not double what you're willing to pay for something in that bid, because a lot of times you'll end up overpaying for it. No, you got it. Didn't you got it? But you overpaid for it. Okay.
No, I didn't. No.
I was buying a couple more minutes for it. Let's say hi to everybody else. Spider Girl, good to see you again. She has got an emoji, but I can't because she's. We'll just do it. I never click her name because she has got something in it that I typically don't click. What? Let's see if I can identify the emoji. It is
Looks like a
Dr.
city.
Mario. Dr. Mario. Okay.
Dr.
Good
Mario.
evening, Dr. Mario.
It looks like a city.
Thanks, Astro.
Oh, a city. Looks like city buildings.
Yeah.
The sunrise.
No, it's like the Dr. Mario with the little pills.
I
All
see
right,
what you're saying,
Shannon,
but I
good
think
to
it's
see
just
you.
a city with the lights on the buildings.
Yeah, no.
Tiger Fat, and this is what StreamYard gives us. Joe, good to see you.
What do you mean?
All right. Oh,
Me and
speaking of the
Dom
devil,
see it.
I don't. Hey, look, I can't help what my computer does. JJ, are you there? Are you there, JJ? JJ's not there. Let's remove him for a minute till he comes back in. Okay.
You see?
What do you?
It's a city. There's this little cityscape
Buildings,
with like a
little windows.
nighttime evening vibe.
It's like little windows in the building.
Yeah. Purple background.
Dr. Mario, it is. Okay. Speaking of Dr. Mario, here's JJ. JJ, I know you just got in, but are you ready to jump into the hot seat and do the news right off the bat?
Let's do it.
I didn't even change my
All right,
mic over. I'm yelling into the mic that's not working. Awesome. All right, go ahead. Send them in the news.
Well, you can fix it while he's doing the news.
All right. So I'm assuming everybody probably already saw this article from Entertainment Weekly.
Yeah.
But yeah, lots of Kenobi stuff revealed. So in addition to the trailer, which we'll get to later. But, yeah. So screenshots, interviews with like everyone in the cast. Well, not everyone, but mostly everyone.
Christmas Vader with the red and green lights.
He looks so good. I mean, you could see so much of him. Like he's a shadow and a cutout, and it's like looks like concept art. So good, so good.
Well, it's Vader.
Root, yeah, I know. What do
It's
you
almost
think he's gonna
exactly the
look
same
like?
as Rogue One.
I'm giving
Green
Ruben.
lights.
I'm giving Ruben. If you aren't following Ruben, follow Ruben on the IGs. But what he said about this is ridiculous. What he said about it, he was like gushing over how great
He's
Hayden
excited.
Christensen- You can't see shit. Oh wait,
That's
what time is it?
just
7 minutes.
Makes you excited.
For what?
It was like the
There's three
first time we
dots.
saw the Phantom Menace poster when you had little Jake Lloyd and you had
I've
Vader.
already
in the
seen
shadow.
Darth
You just
Vader.
need Vader, but just that outline, just get something
So,
stirring in people. You just need the
Maybe
silhouette.
those lights
all you
on
need.
Vader's suit. Maybe those lights on Vader's suit have always been there. It's just the bulbs burn out over time. And
I was trying to check.
See,
I
I
didn't see
think-
any green lights before. I was looking.
How many?
I think he upgraded to RBG. They're
He had so
RBG
many
lights, so you can
suits.
just change them to
There's
whatever color you
less
want.
Exactly.
fucking. There's less cinematic stuff out there that Vader isn't in than there is that he is in. So we're shocked that he's in here again, and he always looks pretty much the same.
Yeah. Well, and it wouldn't be an upgrade, JJ, because by A New Hope, he's.
I don't
lost
have
the
hate,
green
Wait
light.
Seeker. I don't have hate. I
They
don't know.
must
I
have
think it's
burned
funny.
out.
It was
How
funny
many
because it was
times-
just like the other thing.
He lost his leg. He put robot parts on his
my
body
God.
when Ochi was going after him. Come on.
That's in the comics.
I know, but the comics
Dar-
are canon.
it was funny because in our private chat, I go, as soon as we saw this picture, I go, watch, people are going to get all gushy over this thing and say it's the greatest thing since sliced bread. And within like seconds, my man Darth Lopez put it, or not Darth Lopez, Ruben put it up there. So I thought it was funny. I'm just giving him a hard time.
Yeah.
All right, what's up next? This was interesting, I guess. It was what it was.
Yeah.
Back on sale.
Oh,
Yep.
back
Very
on sale.
expensive.
Yeah.
15th.
So get your tickets now if you want them. If you want to travel all the way to Anaheim and pay a bunch of money, get your tickets now.
This is the question, Tiger Fett.
But yeah.
I actually looked into this for all those people that were complaining about the trip. Remember what I said for a family of four, that trip to the Hacian, whatever, cruise ship, 6K. Family of four, go to this thing, 6K. It's, I mean, that's what you're looking at here.
All the exclusives.
And that's not even with VIP here. No, that's not with the exclusives or the VIPs.
Well,
But I'm not dressing
there.
up in either one. Yeah. So there, I mean, just to put in perspective, when y'all were calling me crazy about the pricing, saying it wasn't that out of pocket.
Well,
Now, when you price that out, that's for the weekend, right?
Yeah, 2 days.
Like
It was
for-
yeah,
Saturday,
you're also
Sunday,
doing like
non-VIP.
airfare.
2 days.
Yeah, but it was Saturday, Sunday, no VIP, and I didn't include the hotel.
You did
Will they
not.
even let you buy a 1 day pass anymore?
They used to, yes. You used to
That's
be able
still
to
a thing
buy
or
one-day
no?
pass. I don't know if it is with
Yeah.
Anaheim, but
I don't
yeah,
know
it
if
is. It used to be. It used to
See,
be a
when
one-day
it-
pass.
when it comes to this, you know what I do? eBay. The things drop, buy them off eBay. You save money.
Yeah, but going to Celebration, it's like no place else, man.
I know.
It really is.
You just, how many people are going to be there?
I'm still debating. I know.
200,000 people.
I can't even go to movie theaters apparently. So I don't know.
Well, I would be bothered too if you're digging in their cracks while you're standing in line.
I just got bad luck in public. All right.
Let's see. What do we got next?
Yep. So new tops.
Shoot, I
Card
forgot.
set was announced.
My bad. I gotta remember requests.
So it will be a Chrome Beskar edition of Mandalorian. So with a couple new insert sets. So should be a good one. I think it comes out July if I remember right.
Sticks.
So not
If they don't
specifically
delay
about
it like they
Celebration
have the
anymore.
last 4.
Sticks Celebration ain't that cheap anymore, dude. Not Orlando was a long time ago.
I got a quick question for Dom, because I caught Dom's video on IG where he opened up your last pack of the Book of Boba Fett cards.
Yeah.
Did they actually drop a set for every episode?
Yes.
They did. And did you
Yes.
get the set for every episode?
Yes.
Okay.
And the trailer.
Actually, they not only dropped a set for every episode, they'd also dropped a set for the trailer.
Yeah, the trailer set too.
Hey,
So
since
it's
I know you two watched the show, I forgot to ask you, could you guys put in an order for this if you could? You know who you are. If you could put me in just one order for these for a set and like get into the raffle and see if we can get them. Thank you. Thank you. That's it.
Speaking to the ether.
Yeah, I'm just speaking to I don't want to say who it is out there, but
I know.
I don't want everybody harassing them, but you guys could just
Force
do that.
Ghost. He's speaking.
Whoever's
Force
got the
Ghost.
accounts that they can get these. That's the only cruddy part. So, like, if you're a bigger account, you get them automatically. But then afterwards, if you're not a regular buyer on this, it puts you. They say it's like almost like a lotto, but whatever. You haven't hit yet.
Yeah, they do a hardcore allocation. So kind of sucks. This is interesting for people that can't make it to the celebration, but are over there on the East Coast. There is a big exhibition coming your way in New York City. I think with like 600 pieces, including like some. I think one of the displays was like a 16-foot wide Jabba the Hutt like throne thing. So
pretty cool.
I think it's going to be up in Midtown Manhattan. So check it out if you're over that way.
Poop Skadoop. I have no clue what
My cousin.
Okay.
My cousin.
Automobile it is. $2. Thank you for the super chat.
Oh, Skadoop is your cousin? Poop is I love that name.
That's awesome. What's up? So thank you. We really appreciate the $2 super chat. Thank you very much. Hey, Chef, what's going on?
The name is just a bonus.
Yeah, that's awesome. Hey, did you guys all went to the one where they were touring, right? The costume thing like this when they were touring. Have you guys been to these before? These exhibits?
Go.
No, but I'm going to the Harry Potter one on Friday.
I will tell you this: see them early. I saw them originally when they were in Seattle, and then a year and a half later, I caught it when it came to Detroit, and they changed it a little bit and they added some stuff. It was way better the first round. I actually think I saw it too. I think I saw it in Seattle, and then I think I saw it again.
Sounds like you're talking about a band.
No, because these little exhibit they go to like from museum to museum.
No, I know, but the way you're talking about, I saw.
I registered for this.
Then they try to change that list by the time they.
Oh, nice. It'll be cool. It's cool. It's really cool, man. The Marvel ones suck because I saw that in Pittsburgh and I saw it here. I think it sucked at both. I actually think I saw this in Pittsburgh. It was okay. I saw it in Seattle first. The first year it came out, I think it was like the 4th or 5th stop was in Seattle. I saw it. It was.
I don't want to say anything negative because we have enough.
Hey, Daily Scott.
But these Ewoks look like Skadoop.
Stop that. No, I'm telling you, it's really cool.
Ugh.
Go check it out. Go check it out.
They look
They
awful.
do have a little bit of a little atrophy on their arms. I think
No, they use like the real costumes and stuff, though. It's really
they
cool.
didn't stuff
Yeah,
them. Like
it's
the arms
real.
look a little-
Some of it's real memorabilia.
Yeah, like it's real costumes. Like that's actually my wife really got into like accepting Star Wars more because years ago we went to that Seattle one and she saw all the Queen Padme stuff and she was like, oh well, this generation. She knew the style artsy shit, so she really liked it. So now that's what she watched the Star Wars for. So there you go. Not atrophy. What are we doing here?
I think because they haven't those Ewoks haven't worked out in years, man.
No.
It just happens.
They're starving. They haven't eaten.
All right. Star Wars officially introduces Han Solo. Yes.
Yeah, we'll get more into this comic
Mhm.
review probably.
We have some questions.
So, yeah, I don't know. I had questions too.
All right, we'll get
Oh
to
my
it.
gosh.
We'll get to it.
Oh, we got a lot of doctors in the
This-
fucking. Go ahead.
Board game.
This was interesting for the board game players out there, tabletop gamers. Apparently, this villainous, and I wasn't familiar with it before I read this article and looked it up a little bit. But there's you can get like other Disney properties out, but it's a game where basically you play to see who can be the greatest villain.
Mhm.
So, like amongst Disney, you'll be like Maleficent
Pete, let's-
and all the other Disney villains.
Pete, let's
But
buy
there's
this.
a Star Wars
and
version
play it.
coming out. So.
Let's buy this and play it on Twitch. And then
Yeah,
people can watch
we'll
us
just play it on
Twitch.
what, Wednesdays? We'll just
Yeah.
do that instead of the tax show.
No, not an attack show. Get out of here.
We'll just start playing games.
Ruben, you could get on. Everybody, we'll just have everybody join us and play. Sticks would do it. Sticks wants to play this with us. That'd be fun. Table card. All right. What's up
Like
next?
I'm
Dungeons
down.
and Dragons or
Don't
something?
tease me. I'll start playing D&D too.
I don't know. Is this like Dungeons and
I think
Dragons?
it's like a board game. I've never actually played it. But
Yeah, I think this is like shoots
I think
and
it's a
ladders.
little more board game than it is like
It's like Monopoly in the
Yeah.
than
Galaxy.
it is like role playing game.
Either way, I'm down for games.
Oh, okay. Go next up. The chat's on fire tonight, guys. Let's go.
So onto the rumor part. Apparently, Bad Batch. This is a little generous headline here. Plot details were teased by the composers. They didn't really tease much as far as plot detail go, from what I read. But like, there were some locations. Like one of the composers said, like they were doing a song based on Coruscant or something like that. And so, obviously, we assume they're going to be in Coruscant at some point. So
Nice. So
not a lot of
13
detail,
different.
but still fun to see it. And still nothing on release date. Everybody's looking at probably summer or later. But
Yeah.
Nice. Up next.
Our last one.
yeah, this was the weird one. So apparently, based on this incredibly blurry picture that I put in the background, this is the real picture, by the way. That was posted. It's that blurry. I didn't de-enhance it or stretch it.
You
or
didn't
anything.
make it blurry.
But no, I didn't make it blurry. But apparently, the Praetorian guards, like from Last Jedi, spotted by a anonymous crew person or source or whatever you want to call it in the Mando season 3 production. So. Does that mean we're going to get like cloning and Snoke storyline? Maybe.
Shoot.
It was kind of going that direction anyways, a little
I
bit.
mean, that's where it's going to go. I mean, eventually it'll get there, which
Mm,
sucks. But
well,
The helmets look different than
well, think of it. This is a few years earlier.
Yeah,
yeah. Okay.
I like I said, take all this with a grain of salt because the only thing they were going on was anonymous source and incredibly blurry picture, which looks like it could have been taken at like a con.
it does look like a con.
So,
yeah.
It kind of does.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But it could be like that
Yeah.
the connective piece between the Crimson Guard, and the Praetorian Guard. You know what I mean? Like that evolution.
Mm.
I
Mhm.
can't
Yeah.
figure out if these helmets
I mean, it
are
could
sitting
be.
on
Like
a
I said,
table or
they were kind of
someone's-
going there anyways, but
What's that, Jedi?
I said I can't figure out in this picture if these helmets are sitting on a table or if someone is wearing them.
Oh, these are on.
I think it was a table.
Table?
Yeah.
Okay.
It almost looks like they were in bags and like they unzipped it.
They just unzipped the bags and
Something.
pulled them. They didn't even take them out. It's just-
The bodies are underneath the table.
I mean, they're so close together. I don't know if they're like got their arms around each other doing like the the Radio City Music Hall kicks. I don't know what's going on. I want to see.
So they're all wearing their helmets and their hoodies. Like,
It's, a-
all right, guys.
it's
Yeah, it looks
actually
like
a
they're wearing
Rockettes
parkas.
thing, and they were
Yeah.
just,
Rockettes. That's what I was trying to think of.
They're wearing parkas to not give away what the rest of their costume looks like. I mean,
Anyway, there we
All
go.
are we done with that?
slow news
Okay.
week.
That was
Yeah,
the
slow.
news.
That was it.
All right, so since we've flown through that, let's get through the comic reviews where we could talk about who's baby daddy and who's not. I'm gonna start off with Crimson Reign. I actually am really digging this. I don't know what everybody else is, but they're doing like these one shots, which I like better than what they did with the War on the Bounty Hunters, to be honest with you. So I don't know what the crossover. Maybe the crossover is going to be the main storyline when we see Invader and everything else. But we actually get the backstory of the archivist. Her name is Madeline something or another. She used to be a sieve, which is pretty much like a scholar. She was like a professor at the university. She collected dark side artifacts. Like that's what her specialty was, and kind of taught about it. And then when the Empire took over, she's one of the opposites. Like a lot of times they do that like introspective thing of either like the Empire came in and killed everybody, or the Empire made your life so much better. Hers is one that's like, yeah, I just became unemployed. You know what I mean? Like she's not starving or dying, and she's not at the top of her game, right? She's just, okay, I guess I lost my job. So Stormtroopers give her a little shit, and she decides to go inside because she still got one. She says she sells junk, but she actually still has some, obviously, some of the artifacts which are being banned. By the way, point of matter, in this first picture where you see all the dark side artifacts, do know throughout all of history since 2015, see what I did there? Star Wars Comics has had a very was it Easter eggs, JJ? Like they do this all the time, and mainly typically it's around Sith artifacts. They'll put them in these pictures. So something in one of these pictures is probably going to show up here in about 6 to 8 months and have some point of relevancy, and they're going to go around it. So you thought it was the best comic of the week? Cool. Thank you, Carl. Okay.
It's Kevin Scott, right? Is he writing these?
I don't know who is writing them, but I know Soul. It's probably Soul because that's Soul does this shit all the time. Yeah, it's got to be Soul. Right?
So does Kevin Scott. He's big on the artifacts thing.
He is, but remember, Soul did it through Star Wars, where then he did the one with the mask and all that stuff. He does a lot of it too. So either way, both guys do a lot of it. So I would imagine something in this room is going to be important later on. Kira comes in and saves her. I thought it was really cool. I mean, I always say don't put too many words in comics because there's pictures to do, the speaking, but this really gave you an in-depth feeling for the character, even though she's kind of a fucking psycho. Well, she is, like, she's off it. She is force sensitive, by the way. She's got some type of feeling towards the force. You don't really know what's going to happen. And it was kind of weird because at the beginning I was like, oh, what's going on? She gives this huge, great speech about like the Jedi and the Empire are kind of all the same. It doesn't really matter. This, that, or the other thing. And then here we go. We get the second panel where we see some of the similar dark side artifacts, but we see a couple different ones. Once again, probably again. Oh, and we get to look at the Vero Blade, one that she used to kill with Voss.
So, for those
that was kind of a cool thing.
I was just going to say, for those that didn't read the comic, she can feel the Force. She can kind of feel the levels of the Force. She can't use it, right?
Yeah, she can't use it. Yeah, she can like feel the darkness or the light of it. She can definitely feel it in artifacts, in like structural, anything that she sees it in. Like she's kind of like a treasure hunter that uses the Force to find treasures. Is how I kind of
Metachlorian counter
of artifacts, I guess. Yeah, if there's
her metachlorian count is borderline low.
It's borderline low. She's got like a 3. She's got like a 3. Yeah, -5. Here's another close-up look. We actually do see the horns. They come back in, which is interesting. If those look familiar in the bottom corner, they are, because we've seen them in Dr. Aphra at this point. It's the one that vanquished people and is part of that group that that the Sith like to steal artifacts for, kind of like a cult. We'll get into those further down the line. When we
you think it was Nihilus's mask on the bottom right? I was trying to figure that out, but it looks a little bit like it on the side.
Kind of, but when we went back to, was it this? It was some. Isn't that the same one that's back here in the background?
Way in the back corner.
Yeah,
it
is.
Like
that's like
I don't know. It was hard to tell
because it doesn't look
more like Grievous's.
It does, yeah. It doesn't look that much. It looks like the original
Green
Grievous.
one looks like it belongs to Jim Carrey.
Well, I didn't think we were gonna get this in depth and breaking down the stuff, so maybe we'll next time. But I mean, there's the egg that Darth Maul hatched from. That is kind of.
I thought that was the egg the Jawas wanted from Mando. Like they shaved it.
Mudhorn.
Yeah, it was a mudhorn egg where the fur just fell off. That's what I was thinking it was.
Anyways, is that pyramid a wayfinder? Yeah, that it's either it's not a wayfinder. It could be a what's it called? The
holocron.
The things that Jedi's holocron. Yeah. Holocron. Yeah. Could be. It could be a Sith holocron like the one Darth Maul had. Yeah.
Yeah, but it looks more like a Casey Jones mask than Nihilus. I'm looking at Nihilus's face. It's not.
Then in the background, really important, behind Kira, there's a picture of 2 old women that look like your mom. And then, they give the little speech about Yoda and the lightsaber, and that how Yoda actually isn't dead. It's kind of interesting because if you go to the right side over here, yes, that was a your mom joke I snuck in there. Yoda apparently cut off some stormtroopers' heads while jumping. I thought that was cool, but also that he's fighting with somebody else. So there's not just him that got out. There had to be 2 Jedis that got out. Is that Grogu?
You been
I don't
watching
know.
Screen Crush videos to do your mom jokes?
Your mom videos, yeah, right? Screen Crush.
That the guy that does those, the blockbuster guy.
Yeah, and he's like, look, that in the corner, that's your mom. And
That's
that
your
just
mom.
keeps going.
All right. So here she is. She talked about how the dark side, when she went to go, we'll get into it later. She cuts back about all the stuff, like how Yoda got away, told you the whole thing. I thought they did a great job, very quickly explained that. She goes to see one of the pilots for the vessel that was carrying Princess Leia and Darth Vader captured. He's actually still a prisoner, apparently. She uses the horns to start shocking him. He tells her kind of the system that the ships went to, Yoda's ship went to. She decides to go down to that same pit where Darth Vader or Luke Skywalker was fighting Darth Vader and cut off the head, and it was Luke's head. And in there, somehow she loses it and turns into the creepy witch version that we've known her more for. She does say something interesting. Yoda could have killed me at this point, but he chose not to, which I found kind of something. At least she knew he was there. And then we get her eye, and Kira asked about Yoda, and she said, no, he's dead. I know for a fact. So they move on, and she's actually covering up for Yoda for some reason. So I thought that's kind of cool.
That's
Hey, Steve.
thing.
Thanks for saying hi for the algorithm. What was a dig at? It was not. It was no. It wasn't. I've talked to. No, that's not a dig at. It wasn't a dig to Ish's wife. What I had said was, tell your wife I say hi because I had talked to her the previous week behind the scenes. It wasn't a dig at anybody's wife. With him there, obviously. Okay, next up, Han and Chewie.
It's not like a Mark Wahlberg say hi to your mother for me.
No, it wasn't that. It definitely turned into that because
Yeah,
sometimes people don't realize like how much time we were behind the scenes talking about stuff. So like when I said, "Oh, hey, by the way, make sure you say hi to your wife," I don't know. And people took that the wrong way apparently. So Han Solo and Chewbacca.
Sticks.
No, that whole chat blew up when I said it. Like the whole chat that day. Han Solo and Chewie was okay. It was okay. It wasn't bad. It wasn't great. This lady, for some reason, clenched her teeth at all points and all times. So I guess we kind of did get a new thief, I guess, or bounty. It wasn't really a bounty hunter more.
That's a pair of teeth, too.
Yeah, I cut out a lot of it because she's irrelevant and she's gone after a little bit. Anyways, at the same point, we get Greedo back. They aren't actually. I was trying to read what it says. It's the least that I can do, and I just. What do you say? Say hi to your mom for me. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
All right, I will.
Back
Thank
to
you,
you.
Steve. I will say hi to my mom for you. All right.
Mom for me.
So Greedo and Han do not have a good relationship. They actually, Han really puts him to his place, telling him that he's a scumbag. And at least if Han's got a bad reputation, it's because he takes chances and he won't rip you off and stab you in the back. Where Greedo's just kind of a piece of crap. They end up working together. They end up going back to Corellia. We get the whole.
Go back, please.
Yes.
I cannot believe you left. I think I don't know if you have the panel up not here because it's too small to see, but you have to call everyone's attention to there was a line where Han said something to Greedo that I will shoot first.
Yes.
Something to that effect.
Yep.
How are you not bringing that to everybody's attention, Marco?
Because till they
That
bring
is
it
an
back.
Easter egg. That is
Not an Easter egg.
He's still sore.
I'm
He's still
sorry.
sore from the special edition.
You really want to take
because-
me off, don't you?
Too deep.
No,
Too
because
deep.
Han is saying it's just like Han is. I think it's a nod to Han shot first because he's saying in this comic that
We all know Han shot first, and we all know what Lucas did to ruin that movie.
Right,
Like, I
that's
get
my
what
point,
it's
my
doing, but
point.
like, I don't want to go off on a tangent about how
Too
they're.
soon. Too
Yeah,
soon.
yeah, it's way too soon.
It was definitely put in there on purpose that Han says, "If you mess with me, I will shoot first," basically, or something to that effect. Okay, obviously it didn't hit you like it hit me. All right.
Yeah, it hit me. Yeah, it reminded me that they took it out of the movie, which I'm not happy about.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah,
Does
see,
it
this is
help
right
that
now.
Greedo's wearing Marty McFly's
Hey, time out. Isn't Jedi the one always going moving on, and then now he brings this up so that we can stick on how they screwed us with taking
Oh,
Han
Jedi, I
shots?
got
can't
access to
believe
that
you
button
didn't
now.
bring it up.
I was trying to be
I
good.
Oh man.
Anyways, they're on Corellia. And Han did shoot first. That's all I could think of.
What's first comic?
Yeah, no, it's not because of the original Marvel thing. Anyways, Han shot first. We all know that. Kira's there. There we go. Up next, they're still doing the little hit. They go to the Han talks about how he grew up in the slums, but then Greedo's like, yeah, it's not as bad. This is the upper class area, blah, 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 blah. They're going to go try to find a guy who has, what does he have again? Now all I can think about is how Han shot first. Thanks a lot, Jedi. Han steals the pass to go up to the safe. He talks his way through it. He ends up coming at the safe that he cannot break. None of this is relevant really to what's going on.
I want one of those light band glasses things. The guy
I think that thing's going to end up showing up on the cosplay vacation thing. So, and then did you see this? It looks like utter sounds in the bar that they're hanging out with. So he's in a bar. All of a sudden, some dude just backs up into him and he hits him. Han says, "Oh, excuse me." They shake hands. They're very cordial to each other.
Obi-Wan.
Yeah, to Obi-Wan / Nick Fury. Really nice. Says, "I'm going to buy you a drink." They do a little back play of a different thing. And so this is a question I even had with this. Okay. We were, spoiler alert, later on, this guy says that he's Han Solo's dad. Now, how he did it,
he's the most interesting man in the room.
How he did it was very con-like. But do you think Nick Fury / Obi-Wan is also the person in this suit that hands out the badge?
No, that's Sliced Noodles.
Mm-hmm. It's not Sliced Noodles either.
No, the guy right here, the bounty hunter.
Yeah,
the mask, right?
Yeah. The corporate guy, the corporate sheriff.
Okay.
He's like a corporate sheriff.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like the Pinkertons. That's what he's supposed to be like.
Mm. He's kind of dressed up like Raylan Givens or Cobb Vanth with a red.
Yeah.
With a Steve Jobs turtleneck.
All right. Anyway, so I think it is. I think that's really who he is. Because why else would you show this flashback of this character that is? And with that being so, I think since he's kind of like the Pinkertons, he goes undercover. That's where I'm going to say I don't think he's actually Han's father.
He's after Han Solo. That's what he is.
Yeah. So eventually they said that, hey, there's a guy that you can go after right here. He did the casino heist. That was what lady that always had the smiley teeth, which wasn't smiling. She was yelling the whole time, was saying Han did that heist with her. This guy's going after him for the company. It literally is like the Pinkertons. So I don't know. I can't remember what they call it, but and next thing you know, he's buying this drink for this guy. Guy asks him a couple questions like, "Are you Arthur?" He's like, "Yeah, my dad." And he goes, "My dad's name is Ovalon or whatever." And then all of a sudden he goes, "Wait a minute, that's my name."
That's my name.
Yeah. Okay. So that's how Han is. So, Jedi gave us they said they shot first. Yeah. Now they made Han also pretty stupid that he looks like he's getting scammed by a scammer. So I don't know how he didn't pick up on that one.
Isn't that like the oldest trick in the book too? Is to be like, "Oh yeah, like my dad's name is so and so." "Oh well, yeah, that's totally me. You never met me before."
Yeah, he didn't even have to pretend. Like, he gave it to him.
Yeah, he gave it to him. He 100% gave it to him. But this is actually like, if you read the book, Han's pretty sly and stuff at this point. So like, it's not like he's a young buck. He kind of gets the scam. So, does he know already that this is not his dad?
I think he knows. I think he's not gonna get scammed. I think it's just the
maybe he's playing along.
Yeah. You can't make him that dumb. Like, he was too naive in Solo.
Well, they didn't make him shoot first, so they can do whatever they want with him, apparently.
But I am kind of happy that they're using Greedo more in the books, because we don't really know his past. So seeing him in earlier books, his earlier adventures, which is really cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's all right. I have a feeling that Greedo's going to stab him in the back because they already pushed it forward.
Solo.
All right. Next up, we've got, what do we have next? So yeah, I think the question was asked and answered in the chat. Is Solo's dad really staying around? And I think, who was it? Was it somebody said that I think stay around long. I think it might have been Astro. Here we go. Patrick. Hey, Patrick, good to see you. He won't be his dad in the end. Yep. I think we're all predicting that. I don't think that's his dad. Next
Agreed.
up, once again, Halcyon's doing the same thing. We're going to get a one shot. This one shot I'm actually looking forward to. It's going to be what?
Look at the first appearances on that cover. The second one.
Well, second issue, not a one shot.
You got Sasquatch back there. You look like a.
Yeah, but we get a. What I was saying is we get like they do like little one shot storylines in them.
Anthology
story. Through the history.
Yeah. It's history. Yeah. So I think this one's going to be about Zam, the shift changer, and Sing apparently, which should be okay.
I don't like that cover in the middle.
No, it looks terrible.
Yeah, the aerobics, like the lunging, like I don't.
Well,
Like,
Swamp
the
Thing's
shorts
gonna
look weird.
Swamp
where'd the
Thing's gonna
shorts
show
come
up, so that's cool. Yeah, I know. She's got good leg day, though. Leave her
Yeah,
be.
it does.
Leave her be.
Yes.
Gist is awesome though.
Which is the Gist one? Is that the right or the left?
The
No, they're using a lot of Sing.
Guess
lately.
is the
painting.
left.
We're also getting the guy with the crap stain on his chin. This thing right here, what do they call this thing? Where they get it?
Soul
That's how
patch?
they got a soul patch or crap stain. So that should be fun. Good
Oh,
stuff.
you mean the flavor catcher?
Yeah, whatever. Oh, okay. No, but we're also okay. So they did give us a little bit of a preview. You can go check the preview out. Yeah, is what it is. Okay. Zam, look at Zam getting tossed around though.
Why does Jabba look like a puppet at Chuck E. Cheese in that shot?
You know, you don't have to make everything look great, I guess.
But it does. Doesn't it look like he's on stage? At Chuck
Jokes
E.
on
Cheese?
you, animatronic.
They also did the Star Wars thing they're doing now where they're stopping to draw faces. They don't put faces on all the characters anymore. So that's fun.
Yeah,
Good luck with that. I mean, and then they changed around the way Sing looks. Oh, I hope it reads better than the preview is all I'm going to say about that one.
So one thing, Marco, the robot that was introduced in the first issue. So that's the one that's going to be throughout the entire trilogy. The one standing right in the middle next to on the bottom.
Yeah,
right
down there at the bottom right. Yep.
I'm assuming it's at the hotel.
Yes.
The hotel, right? So that's the robot that's going to be throughout the entire series.
Mhm.
Okay.
I'm just saying that the High Republic era, all the way going into the prequel eras.
Well, the whole ship is from the High Republic era.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, look, Zam needs a storyline. That's, I guess, the key here. Never had enough Zam, so you get the trade paperback and whatever else. FOC Darth Vader number 20 something. I forgot to put the number on. Is it 22? Is that what it is? 21, 22. Yeah, 21.
Sounds about right.
21, 21. Another Padawan story. Yep. No, okay, fair enough. Then we get
over it, huh?
Yeah. What's that?
You didn't want to see Falcon Ochi because that's what it looked like in that.
The wings.
It's going to be the
It looks like
crossover.
Falcon.
So it's good. What's her name again? Hey, Jedi, you missed this because of the 1 week you weren't here or whatever. But we got to talk about. Yeah, Snape. It's gonna be a big, heavy Sabe / Vader issue. I know you're excited about that, Jedi. Yes.
I couldn't understand. What'd you say?
Sabe, the handmaid for fucking.
Oh,
Padme.
Sabe. You keep
Yeah,
saying
Sabe. I
Sabe.
was gonna say it's 2 syllables.
Sabe, Sabe.
You know, Padme, Sabe. Yeah, like that. Yeah.
Is that what they say in your book to read? Is Sabe?
Yeah, Sabe.
Okay.
All of her handmaidens had a name that were like Padme,
Wasn't that Keira
Sabe,
Knightley?
something else.
Yeah. It was Keira Knightley.
Yeah,
I
it was
think.
Keira Knightley.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one that.
Yeah. Okay.
Not Rose Byrne.
Spandex
Rose
and-
Byrne was another one. I think the one that got blown up.
Hey, quick question. Another thing is, Zam is going to be in issue 2, right? That means
All right.
her first appearance might go up because all the other stuff she did have was it Legends? You know,
Yeah, to be under Dark Horse.
yeah. So
Yeah.
could be a little.
People are really struggling.
Yeah,
Yes, I think what Dom's saying is get ready for an app to put out a fucking alert. On first appearance. Is that what you're saying, Dom? I think
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah.
I think
not going to be buying in on.
So expect next week an alert to go out, and then a streamer or 2 or 20 quote unquote content creators to go repeat the thing that's on the thing. Okay, fair enough. Good job, Dom. I agree. Yes. Next up is also
You're just trying to piss people off now, aren't you?
No, I've already done that today. The next one shot, so you go. Another first appearance of the elf with the ears, and we're finally gonna get that Ventress. You know, they had that one pager with the Ventress thing. I think we're gonna get the full story on there, and then we're gonna get a brand new character too. Look for another alert. It's going to be the first elf crossover from Lord of the Rings.
No, that's the same species as what's his name that was in Clone Wars cartoon. The guy with the scar on his eye. What's his name?
Oh yeah. The Jedi
What's
Master.
up with Anakin though?
That probably is him. What do you mean? They draw him
He
terrible.
looks like Rudy.
Yes,
Or,
Yeah, he does.
Gamgee. Like he looks a little bit like Sean Astin for some reason.
he does. Yes, he looks terrible. Okay, enough with. I do like the third cover though.
No, the first cover. I like
Third
the
cover's
first
pretty.
and
The
third.
third cover's pretty
Looks
cool.
a little like Ryan Reynolds a little bit, right?
Yeah, but it's like a squished one.
I like the first cover.
You know,
Oh yeah, the first. Oh,
I
the
think
first.
so,
Yes,
okay, time out. I think some of that too might be like how I take these off of Penguin now because they're more reliable than Preview World. So. Little insider trade agreement. All right. Next up, we have got Dom. Now, let's go. Go.
All right. So
He does look like Rudy. That's right. He looks like the Sean Austin.
Right?
Oh, Sean Austin, Rudy. Yeah. Oh, speaking of Sean Austin and Rudy, here we go. Dom, let's talk about some-
So after a couple of years of speculation with Star Wars sodas, which is one of the hottest things in Funko, they finally have the Star Wars ones that dropped when on pre-order. So it's kind of funny because they went on pre-order and they actually sold out really quick. Entertainment Earth and a couple other places.
Let's rewind it back. So explain soda to it's pretty much you buy a can.
All right, so
there's a figure inside, right?
So apparently Funko came out with an idea called, sodas, where they have the Funko Pop, the vinyl inside the thing in the soda
it's
can.
a play on word pops and pop in soda.
Soda pop.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's kind of funny.
Okay.
It wind up taking off, which this is like one of the hottest items that Funko does have, and they drop a little bit at a time. But people were waiting for the Star Wars ones, and they finally came out. So, of course, they dropped a Boba Fett and a Luke, and the Boba Fett, the chase figure is the prototype armor, and with Luke, he's in Bespin with his missing hand is the chase.
I was wondering what that was. I'm like, what is he got there? Looks like a little.
Hey, Dom. Normally, though, correct me. I only know what I've seen on like whatnot videos or whatever, but normally you don't know what's in the can, right? Until you open it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you don't know.
Here
You have to get lucky that the chase pops up, but you do know it's the common that you get.
The first day I saw these, I was like, "This is ridiculous," and the
Well,
manager
actually,
goes,
"You know what?"
"Manager
I
goes,
feel
it'll sell out in the next 30 minutes." Shit, you
Listen to
not.
me.
It wasn't these, but it was something else.
Believe me, how fast all the places that got the sodas, especially the Boba Fett, sold out. I got lucky picking up 5 or 6 of them because they sold out.
Yeah, they sell it fast.
It gets better.
It doesn't get better. It doesn't get. So
After
these are
this
like those LOL dolls. This is pretty much the LOL doll thing for grown ass men. All right, go ahead.
So after this dropped, maybe an hour later, Pop Culture dropped that they're selling the sodas on there, but the international version. So now the first version that dropped, 15,000 pieces, is the limit, and the chase is there's like less for the chase because of the chase. So the international version that dropped on Pop Culture is limited to 8,000 pieces, and if you look at the soda can for Boba Fett, it's like a light green.
Mm-hmm.
It's
The one on the
red
left side.
for the international.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like the color scheme on the can.
Okay. All right. Ray
But
versus Boba Fett.
8,000 pieces, and unfortunately, it was one per person. If you can't get as many as you want, I was able to
Can you
get
get the
one.
chase with the international too?
Yeah, you get the same chase, but the can is different, and I haven't seen anything different from the deco from the Boba Fett yet until I get a better picture. But
So
it looks basically the same. But the
figure itself. I got you.
Yeah, the
So-
figure itself. I haven't seen it yet.
How much do these little scratch off things cost?
Anywhere between $11.99 and $15.99.
Throwing
That's
$15, $16 to just. All right. fair
What?
enough.
I will say this, just a free PSA for you guys. If you're going to collect soda pop cans, this is probably the way to go. Do not collect actual filled with soda cans.
Exactly.
I did when Phantom Menace came out. I tried collecting all those Pepsi cans. Aluminum breaks down.
Hold on one second.
So those sodas will leak and burst all over your stuff if you don't empty it. So if you're going to collect a can, you got to empty it first. Don't leave a full can on your bookshelf because it eventually will break down and start squirting everywhere.
Exactly.
Just so you know.
I want to show you something. I picked this up a couple of months back. So this is a soda can right here. This is the Rocketeer. I'm a Rocketeer fan. I like Rocketeer.
Yeah, okay, all right.
This was limited to
Dave Stevens.
3,000 pieces.
Okay. Did you open it or no?
I opened it. There's only one. There's no chase. It's just limited to 3,000 pieces.
So what does it
you
look
can
like
seal
it's
it up
open?
again.
How do
You
you
can
pull
open
it back
and
up?
close it.
Yeah, I'm gonna open it up for you. So you open the top. The top comes open. The figure comes in a little vinyl thing.
Wait. Time out. What is stopping people from fucking opening these?
No, but
putting
they're
this
sealed.
thing on-
You have to take the wrapper
Got a
off.
plastic seal around it, right?
Yeah, it's plastic. And then, like, if you get the chase, right? If you don't want to see what the chase looks like, You do this, a coin comes in here, and the coin will tell you if it's a chase or not.
Oh, if you didn't know.
If you didn't know, so you could actually not open it and just put the coin out and find out if you have the chase.
Because it's in a plastic bag that you can't see through. Is that
Yeah,
right?
black bag. But this one, because it's only limited 3,000 pieces, the only one, it's in a regular clear through plastic because there's only one version. There's no chase.
The wrong line of business. I want to scam old dudes to buy shit and like find out a way where you could just get. I mean, like this is just sounds like something that could be.
But it's fun. It's not like it's a bad thing.
Like
It's
anything
fun.
else.
People
It's
collect.
like the card market. You open a pack of cards.
Whatever.
Yeah,
opening
you
a
know,
thing.
I know.
And everything.
I get that. Yeah, but in this one, it seems like you could switch coins. You could switch bags. You could. It just seems like
But
a lot.
you have to.
You could sell
You
a
have
thing
to
back
peel
out.
off the plastic, and it's closed. It's like when you open it up, the bag is sealed. They open the bag. You can tell if they open the bag. So,
All right. Well, whatever.
well, it's
All right.
pretty cool. But anyway, the sodas are coming out, and people are very happy. And the next slide, which the next slide is, all right. So Star Wars Celebration is happening in May.
Yes.
So Funko is coming out with Funko a Star Wars Celebration with Darth Vader holding Luke, comic cover, which they're going to be like he's going to be holding like the scene where he has Luke over the thing. This is only speculation. We don't know.
Not holding Luke like he's cradling him.
Not cradle.
I
choke
got
slamming him.
you.
But they're coming out with that. But they're coming out with 2 more sodas, which I'm not sure yet. It says soda Boba Fett comic, and then soda Luke comic. So it's probably the versions of Boba Fett in the comic book and Luke in the comic book. So there's another 2 versions coming out for Star Wars Celebration.
They'll put a little comic inside that soda can that's rolled up.
Maybe. And
That'd be
of
kind
course,
of cool.
the sticker is going to be on it. You're going to have either the sticker, the celebration sticker, or the shared sticker. So
Mhm.
there's no change. Just a
I know.
sticker.
I know stickers are important for you pop collectors.
Yeah. So wait.
How expensive are smokes nowadays, Stick Boy?
Hey, listen.
A lot.
If you can do this
Yeah,
and stop
probably a
smoking,
lot.
that's a great thing.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't disagree with that. Soda pop. All right. So up next.
Up next, all right. So for all you holiday lovers, Funko likes to bring out the holiday pops.
Dude,
They
it's
have the
March.
Valentine's Day pops, Christmas. So Christmas Star Wars version 2. You're gonna have a snowman C-3PO. There you go, Jedi. A snowman R2D2. A snowman Boba Fett. Definitely getting that. A snowman Stormtrooper. A snowman Darth Vader. And an advent calendar. Which the calendar.
Nine
The
months
calendar,
away.
Calendar?
the calendar's
Oh,
pretty cool. Yeah,
sorry.
they have like little pops in it, like little.
Yeah, I've seen them
Figures, yeah.
before. They used to have always. I could actually get the Lego version. of
Yeah, I
this.
like the Lego Advent calendars. Those are kind of fun.
So
I
that's
mean, the
gonna be
Lego.
pretty cool.
They actually released the Lego Advent calendars. What they're going to look like around this time too. So
But it's
All right,
weird.
that's-
It's 9 months away.
I know. Well,
I know, but
that's how long it
actually-
takes for toys, man.
All
I know
kidding
it.
aside, what they do is they advertise it now, so when the 9 months come, it's preparing. See, Funko's behind; they can never get anything straight. Look at the Book of Boba Fett.
Like
There's no
Lego's
pop
pre-order.
yet for Book of Boba Fett. But
Yeah.
all right, next, this is a Fennec Shan pop pin.
Yeah.
It was
I've seen
spotted
this.
online. I don't know when it's coming out, but it's a Target exclusive.
I saw it in
So if you
Target.
like the pop pins.
I saw this in Target.
Oh, it's
You
a
saw it,
Target
right?
already, huh?
Yeah, I already saw it. I saw it 2 weeks
Alright.
ago in Target in a
Yeah, so-
wrong section.
Basically, the pop pins.
Yeah, they're
If you're
huge.
the pins.
Hold on, go to
Fennec
him.
Shan is coming out.
Show
which
it
is-
again so they can see it.
Yeah.
I bought this then? I don't know.
Yeah.
I just left it. I was like, I don't
So
know.
if you have like the pins, these are the pins, which is
Yeah,
Oh,
They're
geez.
huge.
How big is that thing?
they're huge.
yeah.
That's what I'm
And
saying.
look,
Like it
I
didn't
have 2 of
fit.
them. They fit in the box. They're like Funko
Oh,
Pop.
look at that. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
I've seen like the big,
Got me a
big pin.
3PO pin for
Pretty cool.
Christmas.
So that's coming out. If you've seen it, it's out now, or check your
Oh
Target.
well, there's something. I went to the. There's one of those Targets that's like a corner store Target or whatever they call it. They accidentally put shit on the. That's where I found all those multiverse Spider-Man the one time 3 weeks ahead of time, and then when you try to
Do not
you know,
release
buy it-
until April. Ah,
when you try to buy it, they take it out of your hands. They won't let you buy them.
I'm hating all the pre-orders because they showing stuff now, and when the fall comes, all this stuff is going to drop before the holidays, and we're all going to be broke before Christmas.
A little bit, Chef. They're not. They're starting to dribble out stuff. There is something about ordering. I might actually try to break down because they sent me the email, so I'll try to see.
Well, May 4th, they're gonna have some drops. We'll see about
Did you
that.
mess with this picture?
No, he sent it to me like this. I actually didn't have time
It's all
to
right.
do the picture.
It's
I'm
actually a little wide.
That's
Gentle-
my man. Grogu's head. looks
Gentle
great.
Giant just came out with this pretty cool Grogu statue. Him on the Jedi Rock and Typhon.
Yeah.
$250.
Oh,
If you have the money for the statue, it's
$250
plus if
for
they
this?
dude, come on! They just talked about $16 opening up plastic pop cans, dude. You got $250.
Hey, listen.
No, there's a big $16 is a far cry from $250.
$250.
They're not opening one can; they're chasing, bro.
Well, listen, you have to buy a couple of
5
cans.
We're not
to get
talking
that chase.
250 for this.
Yeah, $250. So it's a 1/6 scale.
1/6. All right. But he's only like a foot tall.
It's like this. It's like maybe like.
Wait, no, hold on. Grogu is only like 12 inches tall. So if you give me 1/6 scale,
I know, but
he's
they
2 inches-
got to make it
2 inches.
somewhat.
Rock. Yeah. Are we arguing over? Okay.
I'm just trying to conceptualize what 250 is going to cost. What I'm getting.
Look, for all those Grogu and Yoda fans out
I'll
there,
put it in my garden.
somebody wants it.
Oh, they're gonna buy the shit out of this thing.
Put it in my garden. A gnome. Actually, pretty cool. You put it in the garden.
For $16, absolutely, this would go in my garden. Not for
Dude, garden. No. Dude, garden statues and shit. Get out of here. You go to your cement, the place that sells all those.
I'm not talking about like a full size, like the from Money Pit, like the little boy peeing into.
I'm talking about that
I'm
either.
talking about something like that. This is like.
I got a cement donkey. Damn thing was 165, and that's a jackass. You know what I'm saying? So this, you'll be all right.
Well, look, hey, if you look at the,
where nobody's putting this in their garden. Why are we even talking about that?
You brought it up, and I was like, "Yeah, that's a good idea."
All right, it's not a good idea. Let's get.
Well, listen,
okay.
if you get the pops, the huge pops.
Yeah,
they're about that size, like the 10-inch pop. It's like at least like 10-inch.
But if it's 10 inches, that's life-size Grogu.
Yeah.
Also, something else is 10 inches. Let's get into the Obi Wan trailer. What? Wait, what'd you say? Eventually, I guess we'll get to them eventually. People are chanting for the Obi trailer, and we've gone an hour into it, though. Jedi. Nobody's chanting for pickups. When they start chanting for pickups,
I haven't seen my pickups.
Oh, geez. Oh,
listen,
is it 10
go
inches?
believe it or not.
Go ahead.
I don't have any pickups except
I'm playing. Go do your Obi Wan.
Guys, he wants pickups. We can put pick. No, JJ, we're doing trailer. We'll do pickups after trailer. All right.
He's like, I don't want to see your pickups.
I just hit a button by accident. Actually,
welcome to the circus. All right, here we go. Some of these you saw, but I added on. We added some stuff. So Obi trailer, overall great. You know what I mean? Looks good so far. We get another desert planet. I hate sand. Obi's doing labor. If you guys want to read it, I put the captions underneath.
It says Obi Wan Kenobi, the fight is done.
Fight is done.
This is where he was doing the monologue about the fight's done.
We lost.
We lost.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now the Grand Inquisitor said,
so this is very interesting. I've heard this before too, and I kind of see it too. The two things that he might be talking to is one, and there's a I didn't pull it out. I should have. There's a scene where he is meditating next to something, and Qui-Gon Jinn showing up while he's meditating sure does sound like something that has a high possibility of happening when he's talking out there all to himself.
Yep.
We know that Yoda said that he'll come back someday. So that's one of the things that
he'd teach him how to talk to him.
Yeah, he'd say teach him out, whatever. So
he's not talking to Maul or Ezra.
But one of the other things is he could be talking to one of the two, and we'll talk it later, people that the Inquisitors are hunting. All right, so the Grand Inquisitor starts talking about the key. This is the ship, looks dope. They go into the what the hell's the name of this tower thing? I wrote it down. Isn't it
Azkaban.
Like Inquisitors? The Inquisitor Fortress Inquisitor. It's on planet Nar, which is a water thing. It does.
You know what that reminds me of? Remember the Transformers? The Decepticons had the underwater base that came up.
Yes, they did. And didn't at one point one of the Cobra bases do the same thing?
The Legion of Doom, they also had theirs coming out of the swamp, out of the water.
I know people were saying that you have the patience that this whole speech might not be from the Grand Inquisitor because they couldn't tell. But if you actually look at him in the scene, his mouth is still moving towards the end. So I think it probably is. I will show you something later on about this scene that we kind of peeled off together. Jedi can't help themselves. They're blah, 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 blah.
Look at the big nose in the background.
Oh, what's up?
Yeah.
The guy on the left?
Yeah, no.
You see
Two
Obi-Wan
down from Obi.
The guy second to next to the
no
old
shit.
guy, but the other guy that's sitting there with the hat.
Not Jar Jar Binks.
I don't know.
No,
No,
Jar Binks.
it's a guy with a
Horse.
big nose.
Yeah, it's like a horse thing. Yeah. So for everybody that didn't read the comics, we do know that Obi started taking like odd jobs on Tatooine, pretty much to pay for parts for Luke because Luke wanted to be a pilot.
He was a male escort for a time. Turning
He
tricks.
worked for the. Oh, I think they might actually take that part out of the comic where he was working for the Jawas and fought the because now we've made the Tusken Raiders good guys instead of bad guys. So I think they might take that part out and rewrite it because he was working in like a parts labor yard or whatever. Anyways, then we get to see I think this is gonna be really cool when we actually do get to see the fortress. I'm really looking forward to this. The question I have is how come everybody now has a revolving lightsaber except for the main characters, right? Like Revis, the Inquisitor, the new one, not the one with the treadmills, but the other one. What's her name? Reeves, is that it? JJ?
Reva or something.
Well, you don't know. I don't know. Reva or Reeve.
Whatever you call her. She actually has a singular lightsaber, unlike the rest of them who've got those rotating ones.
Well, we don't know what a lightsaber actually turns out to be. Maybe it might be something special.
What did you say?
The lightsaber. Maybe her lightsaber might be different, not just single. It might connect. Because
I
like
see what you're saying. What about
you're
the
saying?
Vader chair?
Well, we know from a scene that she does use it in a singular form.
Do you think that chair back in that room was Vader's chair?
You know what I really hope? You want to know what no, that doesn't even. That's actually part of the beaming. The chair's right there. If you look,
no, the empty chair that looks like the top of Vader's castle. I don't know
the thing that's to the side of the chair. Look, there's at the table. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chairs. Right. That piece, the arcing piece, is not part of the table or the chair. That's in the background. You do understand?
Yeah, I thought that was just an empty main chair sitting.
No, that is if you look, there is a chair back there. There is a chair. Like there's a chair next to the girl that's on the left, and then a chair on the back.
Yeah, there's a chair, but the thing Pete's talking about.
It's a statue.
It's not part of the chair. It's
yeah.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
I think that's a misconception. I think a lot of people saw this in fast motion and thought that was attached to that chair that's at the table. It's not attached to that. That's
I think it was the Screen Crush guy actually said that.
Well, you probably shouldn't. You should instead listen to your mom. Anyways, so.
Oh Jesus!
So no, I don't. And actually, I hope this is all pre. I was kind of saying it the other day. I hope it's that weird era where it's right before where Luke is around like the 9.5 years, where it's right before Vader started cutting off all training these, because the Inquisitors were around before Vader found them out and started training. They were actually doing missions and stuff before the Vader.
Yes.
Can I get a nod on this, JJ? Yes, before the Invader thing.
Yeah. I kind of wonder if it is because look at that table. And by the time Vader knows the Inquisitors, there's 10 of them, right? At least.
Yeah. Yep. Sure. Yep.
There are not 10 chairs at that table.
Yeah, but there's already so many names.
Just saying.
Okay. Yep. I agree. But there's a fifth brother there, so there's 1, 2,
also 5 chairs.
There's 5 chairs. Hey, look at JJ. I know there's a reason why we keep him around.
He's the newbie.
Yeah. Get him going. So, anyways, that's a very valid point. And actually, if that happens, I'll be extremely excited. I think these characters are due for. I think we've been chanting for years, hoping that we get more fleshing out of these characters. Kind of disappointed in the comics a little bit because we thought they would do more for the characters. But I know JJ's big question was always like, but who's the third sister? And what's the sixth brother? And who's the sixth sister? And where's the fifth brother? And they're probably team ups. And I actually kind of feel the same way. It'd be really cool if they did that.
And the girl on the left of the fifth brother, unknown. We don't know who she is yet, right?
Well, they haven't named her. No.
Yeah, we don't.
Not for sure. No.
No, for sure.
Cutting up.
There's a fourth sister who you've never seen before.
Yes, which could be her, and a sixth sister, right? Do we ever see a sixth sister?
Hey, 5 chairs.
She smells like fish. Though.
No, there was a sixth brother.
For 5.
He smells like fish. All right.
He does really.
Leave Han alone.
What are we saying here? What's going on? Okay, so they keep going on with the compassion. We get to see her. She looks kind of BA. We also get to see Owen in the background. See, I'll show you the light up situation maybe later. He's contemplating something. There is a body that's hanging down here. This all seems to be happening in the same place, and we'll talk about it later. Then we see her on this planet. The Insider Edition named this planet. The hell did they name it? Dewey, whatever.
Quick question: doesn't that remind you of 1313 when Boba Fett was on top of the
We kind of made that reference the other day. It kind of does. It gives us at least a little bit of more of a techie vibe.
Yeah,
Except for the problem with 1313 was when he was up, he was actually down a bunch of layers, and this doesn't look like she's down a bunch of layers. She's up a bunch of layers.
And this is a different world and
different world. Well, whatever. And then we get another. This is the Imperial ship landing. This all looks cool. The Jedi Code is like a niche. And then we get her. We get some Game of Thrones. She's got a nice blaster. She's on another. Once again, I don't think this is Tatooine just because of the landscape. I know like everybody thinks anything that's dirt is Tatooine.
yeah, there's a shrubbery.
Do you think that character is the one?
And yeah, what?
You think that character is the one from the Bad Batch, the scientist at the end, the last episode at the season finale?
No.
Okay.
No. This character over here to the left, peeking over, is very interesting because that looks like what's her name? Ava, the Padawan that betrayed Ahsoka Tano.
Barris Offee.
I'm just lying, dude. It don't look like her at all. But I figured if everybody else is just making shit up,
You're like,
this picture
Naga
right that's the girl that was sitting in the seat.
No. Then we get Obi-Wan. It sure looks like Obi stalking the Inquisitors at this point, which is kind of cool. That'd be kind of cool if he does that, gets off planet.
I'll be stalking them or just aware of their presence.
Exactly. Just keeping an eye on them.
Yeah.
What's the difference between stalking them and keeping an eye on them? One of them gets into jail, the other one uses the defense.
Well, I'm saying at this point in the trailer, you don't know if they're chasing Obi-Wan here or if they're like trying to chase Leia or someone else or that random Jedi that they're creating for this.
I'm the other one where it says it looks just because of how he's hiding and looking that he might be looking over at them, but who knows? Yeah, who knows? So the Inquisitors interrogating somebody, and then we get a bunch of fresh Imperial troopers. God, please change around the way some of these characters look. We get her. See, this is where she ignites a single lightsaber, and in her other arm, I didn't show it, but there wasn't.
I think she cut him. I think she already sliced him already. He's going down.
No, he's sliding in.
He
actually stands up after this.
In this, yeah.
Yeah, he slides into this and then stands up. I watched it in 0.01 speed. That's why. It actually turned out to be like the Jedi logo. I thought originally it was resistant because they had but when I looked it closer and I've now blown it up, it is not. Maybe some coding on where to go.
Yeah.
Jedi. I've actually done some slowdown on this. Originally, we thought this was the Inquisitor. Definitely still looks like Obi-Wan there with his blaster. We lightened it up. That's still the same blaster they're holding. But I'll show you.
Civilized.
Huh? What'd you say?
Said how uncivilized of him.
Yeah, right.
How uncivilized.
Once again, the boots
killed Grievous
here. I know somebody on the internet too that Dom shared with us said this is Cad Bane. And can you explain why this isn't Cad Bane, JJ? Besides that they're wearing boots, it's wearing a short robe, and it doesn't have hand.
Because it looks nothing. The clothes and stuff look nothing like him.
It does look a lot like Obi was.
Also, I think the gun looks a little bit different, even.
Yeah, maybe looks a lot like this one.
Yeah,
now, this is something interesting when you put it in super slow motion. If you look in the middle right here, you actually see that blaster shooting red. The other one is shooting a light. The person across the way is shooting yellow. Kind of was a little greenish too, but it's actually shooting a yellow blaster. You only see it for a split second. It took a very long time to get this frame cut out there. But that was kind of some of the fight. I didn't add in the second person. I did.
Does that signify anything? The fact that it's
yellow? No. I mean, yes, not really. It doesn't. Not in my opinion. It just. I don't know why Inquisitor would be shooting a yellow blaster at him.
It's got to be maybe a bounty hunter.
A blaster or a lightsaber?
No, it's a blaster. I guess I could have taken.
I thought it looks like a lightsaber too there, but
I did too. When I first saw it, I had it in 0.25 slow, and I thought it was a lightsaber. And then when you see it,
it almost looks like it's being swung.
No, it actually starts from nothing, arcs out, and then goes to the right, and it kind of turns from yellow to greenish when it goes to the right, and then disappears. I figured I'd show you guys that. Yeah, maybe it's Han Solo. You're right.
No, it's Greedo. Greedo confirmed. He shot first.
All right, he shot. Yeah, whoever shoot, you're right, because whoever that is does shoot first. So, yeah,
sneaky bastard.
Is that iced tea, JJ? Chef wants to know.
It is an iced tea.
I like Joe's comment though.
Oh, Andor, what's Joe's comment? Yeah, it ain't G.I. Joe. Different color blasters don't really mean anything. It's Han. Okay. I thought this was interesting too because out of all and this is why I made an issue of the clean stormtroopers. So there's a droid here, but if you actually look right here, it looks like maybe that scarring on his left shoulder, but that also could be a Sigma. When you look at the top, I know, why are we looking at packages? Towards the top, you get the blue armor. Towards the hand, it's a little blue. It's tough to shoot these, but you know where I'm going with this. Clone Trooper armor from Obi-Wan. So I thought maybe that was kind of cool. I don't know. Maybe
that's what he wore. He was wearing Clone Trooper armor.
Oh man, I can just see now. If it's Obi-Wan wearing Stormtrooper armor, that's going to sell like hotcakes.
Well, he might. I mean, it's a different helmet. What I'm saying is
it.
it's a different helmet than it is the actual body armor that they have. So I'll be off. Also, I don't know if you guys caught this, but there was the 2 ejection pods. I assume that either one or both have people in it, and that's who they're actually going after. I don't think they're going after Obi-Wan.
No, that was the bearded lady and then the circus bear.
Awesome.
Baseball.
Awesome. This too, because we were going to talk about it more, and he already kind of got to it. The sliding stop might be one of the people they were after, but I actually checked out the boots. Unfortunately, I didn't do the pictures. But where this happens, I think this is out of place in the trailer. Go ahead, JJ. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, is that Jedi that they're making up for this, like that? Not rumored at least, that Nolly or whatever, male or female, or do we know?
I don't know. This person.
I was kind of wondering if that was them.
This person's got a tattoo on her hand.
Because it looks like they're young.
Yeah.
Youngish.
Well, apparently it's supposed to be a younger Jedi that's looking for Obi-Wan.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think this person.
That's why I wonder if that's who this was.
I'll explain in a minute. I don't think this is that person, and this is why, for a couple reasons. One, they put these scenes out of place, but this scene of her stopping this character, this is also the character there that he's interviewing. You can tell from the background.
That looks like an old dude.
No. I don't know. It looks different to me.
When you actually watch the playthrough,
that's
oh my gosh! Look at the ears. When you actually
looks like
watch
hair.
Yeah,
that looks like hair, and the other one doesn't.
This is
a hat.
That's a hat.
It's wearing a hat. Do we all want to? Do you want to let me finish? Or do you want?
You can finish, but
all right, go ahead.
The same person.
Okay, so they are interrogating this person. That person then gets up and tries to get away. As you can see, way in the background, she is. I didn't put it here, but she is actually standing right over here as he flees, because if you actually watch the scene and cut, this whole background is similar and almost identical to the background.
I'm not questioning that. What I'm saying is he could be interviewing like the proprietor of this place, and then this Jedi person runs.
So right to the right, that hat that you're talking about, look it to the right side, underneath the hair, right there. It's the same type of material and clumpered up just like that hat was. That's why I think it's the same character, and I also think it's the same person because I up close to the boots and that was hanging later.
And if you look real close in the background, it looks like Dr. Afra.
Stop.
The person back.
That's why I think this. I mean, they put him out of place. Yeah, right. 0.118 of a time. What I'm just saying is, like, these, when you add them up with the banister going to the right, it seems like they just put him out of place, which they have a tendency to do all the time. Also, too, while he's doing his speech, because this was the first part of his speech. So this is what they did. This was part of his speech, like in the beginning. This was the middle part of his speech. This was the end of his speech. These two came right
after. That's the girl, the third sister. The first picture you showed.
What?
Go back. One more.
Yeah, that's key. Yeah, we've established that already. We agree.
You were saying the third part of
his speech. No.
Oh,
his speech, while he's giving his speech.
Okay.
This is where his speech starts. She's standing technically in this picture to the right of him.
Okay.
She's standing to the right. Thank you, JJ.
Well, his left.
Yes, his left. She's actually over there. They put him out of sequence. They put him out of sequence. This is actually supposed to happen after this. And this, as you can tell from the right, is on the planet that's supposed to be like Hong Kong. So that whole speech that he's giving is not to one person. This is somebody else he's interrogating later on, which means if in the sequences they still haven't on Tatooine found anybody, including Obi-Wan, because they're looking for somebody else.
Well, nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition.
By the way, a Jedi asked, why do the heads look better? It's because I stretched out these pictures here to make him look more elongated. This is actually what he looks like in the trailer.
You cheated.
Well, it's so easy to do this. It's so easy to make him look better. I just don't get it.
What do you think? You think they'll change it before the actual show comes up?
Hope they do.
No.
They better.
I don't think they have time.
They better. I think you can.
Maybe if there's some real quick.
Look,
like digital computer work they can do.
Yeah,
But
like
I
that,
can't even get the picture with her in the right here. If I can make him look better by just stretching out the picture like this, I think they can do something to him.
I'm not.
I mean, come on.
There's just not enough time. I know you brought up Sonic, but they delayed Sonic like a year to redo Sonic.
I think they can just do it easily. I mean, give him some yellow eyes, paint the eyes yellow, and do that. This is just a little over, right? Eric,
they may be able to do something about the eyes.
Eric and Obi know how to do this stuff. I bet you they can. I bet you they'll tell us. Can they do
You
something?
want to hear something about the eyes? What happened with the eyes? Apparently, Marvel used all their people that did the eyes on Moon Knight, and they couldn't do this at the same time.
What do you mean they used all?
The eye effect people, the people who do the eye effects, were on Marvel projects. That's the rumor why they couldn't get.
They're
the
two
eyes.
Different production companies, though.
I know, but they use the people that for Lucasfilm. They look. That's what I heard.
That's a very rare skill,
That's a
JJ.
weird thing.
Oh.
That's what is this?
Contact lenses are a rare skill.
I think. Yeah. Put up the 1 point. Yeah. There we go. Put it up. I think Jedi's response through the whole thing was just comical. If you aren't keeping your eyes on Jedi, rewatch them through this whole segment. It was pretty funny. Easy fix, deep grooves and longer head. I think they could do that.
They could. The technology.
Once
March
again,
13th.
I mean, if this is my biggest complaint about the show, I really don't care that much.
Yeah. I mean, I just really wanted them to do it right, though. You know what I mean?
It would have been nice.
But I do like the way that it's going, and maybe we can get off of this now. I mean, I don't know what you guys think about it. I can pull back up other things like that, but I think doing something where the Inquisitors are looking for one or two other people, and Obi just being in the background, kind of overviewing a lot of this stuff and leaving away, was a lot better than some of the rumors we originally heard about how it was going to be him trying to save Leia and going
Quick question.
You don't think that'll still come up?
It's 6 episodes.
I think that'll still come up.
I think we're seeing parts of 3 episodes here. So there are 3 more episodes could happen. I would rather it not happen, I think, right?
Yeah, maybe, but I mean, I think it will. Hey, there's got to be some reason. Clearly, he's off world in a couple of those shots, it seems like. So,
yeah,
there's got to be some reason to get him off Tatooine.
Quick question.
Because he's not going to leave Luke just for no reason at all.
I know.
Yeah.
Or is he force projecting himself onto other worlds?
Could be.
Moon Knight gets all the good eyes. All right. Go ahead,
that Marvel.
No, quick question. The Clone Wars. The father, the daughter, and the son. The character that played the son, the dark side, he's the same species as the Inquisitor, and his head wasn't as round as it is in Rebels, because Rebels was a different type of animation. If you go back to Clone Wars, you could see the head was more round shaped.
Well, everything's a little bit different in Rebels.
So wait, what's the question?
All the head people were working over on Moon Knight. And
no, listen, no.
No, it wasn't Moon Knight back then. It was
All right, you know what? I was a little tired back then. Give me a break.
No, it's all right.
That's all right.
That's great.
I think. Well,
go ahead.
I was gonna say one important thing. He's right though. One important thing to remember with Rebels is they used the animation they used and the art they used was a lot of McQuarrie influence. Like even the lightsabers are skinnier than the lightsabers in like Clone Wars. So everything's kind of got that kind of McQuarrie skinny down look to it.
And like if you look at the same species, the head was less like the same, like rounded. It wasn't elongated.
Okay, can we get away from the heads real quickly?
Okay. That's why let's enjoy Obi-Wan when it comes out.
Yeah, can we talk about like what I mean, so far, not whatever the rumors are saying, but so far, are you happy with what you're seeing out of this?
Yes.
And if it just turns out that it's the Inquisitor battle, and for some reason Obi-Wan has to leave to save, like if that speech was given instead of to Qui-Gon Jinn, Qui-Gon Jinn's showing up, yes?
Well, yeah, I think they've already kind of let that go.
Yeah,
right?
I don't know if he's showing up or just gonna be a voice. I mean, they can do a lot of different stuff without Liam Neeson actually being there, so it's hard to say.
I mean, he's not going to go out and fight Vader. We understand.
No.
Hey, do you think Yoda's going to show up? Yoda might have
I think he stays hidden.
He stays
I
hidden.
kind of hope he stays hidden. I've had enough Yoda.
I just really hope that once again, like maybe another reason I like this trailer is it hasn't given away. I really hope that they don't miss with the original 3, and that and I don't want to hear like, oh well, when he's talking to Tarkin, it could be taken a different way. Like, let's stop doing that, and let's just like there's ways to do this, and it looks like they're doing it. Where all of a sudden there's two people on the planet, and they're gonna keep looking for these. And if Obi-Wan doesn't leave with them, you know what I mean? He might be found on the planet. That makes perfect sense why he would leave, so that they're not hunting him anywhere, and he could try to save whoever he was given the speech to, which could be a little Padawan or some other half Jedi like we've seen in the comics before.
Well, the crazy thing with the rumor with the young Jedi that's trying to search for Obi-Wan and they're hunting him. Apparently, Obi-Wan leaves Tatooine just when the Inquisitors come there, and he's off planet, so the Inquisitors don't run into him at that particular time when he's going to try to save Leia from the prisoners that they kidnapped Leia. So I don't look. All the speculation. That's why
it's not speculation.
I don't hate him. I don't hate him, Ruben. It's just I think he's a crutch. I think they just lean on him a little too much.
Throwing shit against the wall is not speculation. There has to be something behind it. We've seen right now that it looks like Obi-Wan runs into at least the female Inquisitor, and at least for some reason on that Hong Kong planet, he is in a tuffle with a blaster at one point, which would mean that he does not want people to know that he uses the Force.
The Force.
So I don't know how you connect that to Leia being on the Hong Kong planet.
No. I think what happens now that what's his Organa? What's his name?
Bail.
Bail contacts him because Leia was captured, and that's supposedly why he leaves. He goes off planet to try.
What's more likely, that happening, or that we've seen two escape pods go someplace and it looks like they hung somebody, and it looks like they're questioning where people are at on Tatooine or a dirty type planet like that, and then it looks like they're also hunting them because we saw the Grand Inquisitor question somebody on that planet, and then we saw him questioning somebody on the Hong Kong planet. And more likely, they're just going after a Padawan or a Jedi or somebody with Force sensitivity that has now they're tracking him from planet to planet. Which one makes more sense? Leia, Grant sending him a SOS, or the other version of that?
Well,
we already. The rumor already is that there is another Jedi that's trying to track down Obi-Wan, and that's what leads the Inquisitors to him. Right? So, I mean,
which I could buy from what we saw in the trailer. You can buy. I think
the other Inquisitors don't feel, except the third sister feels Obi's presence. The other ones don't, and don't believe her that Obi-Wan's on the planet.
Oh, what?
No,
well, and it could be
Jedi. Thank you, Jedi.
No. Listen, one of the rumors is
Hit
that
the button, Jedi. Go ahead.
No, that the Grand Inquisitor and the fifth brother does
not.
Oh,
you gave him access now.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
You know you want to do it.
What?
No, go ahead. Keep going.
Move along.
No.
He's moving us along.
All right, thank you, Jedi. Thank you.
When he's questioning everybody, though, and he's asking where is he doesn't necessarily mean Obi-Wan. What if he's looking for Organa?
Well, it's two different. It's also two. You're assuming, once again, I told you the word over in that is one line in three different parts, right? Those aren't exactly.
I know, but the line "where is he?" or "tell me where he is" or something doesn't necessarily have to be Obi-Wan.
Yeah, which is what he says.
But that doesn't have to be Obi-Wan. The he doesn't have to be Obi-Wan, is what I'm saying.
I agree, but don't you think like that? The Jedi thing makes sense because we saw the two escape. What do you think? I mean, I don't get where.
Yes, I think they both make sense in a way. I think they, like I said,
I just don't think.
I don't think he would leave Luke on Tatooine.
You don't have to guess so much.
Just to like randomly go off planet because the Inquisitors are there. That doesn't make much sense.
I don't think it's.
We got 2 months. We're gonna get another trailer. We'll see some more, and then we can talk about it again. Then, for right now, I think we're really grasping at straws and tying in other people's
let me ask this
fantasies, because I'm going to say that's fantasy. Like, it's not speculation at this point. Everybody's fantasizing what they'd love to see, and they're just trying to make it fit into what we see.
Let me ask this, because I know there were people who said they were worried, quote unquote, after Book of Boba Fett about this series. Are you still as worried, or does this give you a little more hope?
This trailer, if it sticks, I guess if it sticks to them, if it sticks to what I think, that they're hunting down a Jedi that isn't Obi-Wan, and there's no, yes, I have hope. Plus, I think it makes more sense. I think it makes more sense, and I have more faith that it's not going to be, a what's his name mess where they just threw a bunch of crap together for Book of Fett. I think even what we see at the trailer, even so, if the Darth Vader Obi-Wan supposed fight scene, even if it isn't an actual, I know now there's 2, and by next month there's going to be 4. If it isn't a Force premonition of Darth Vader beating Obi-Wan at Mustafar, like they do a lot with Star Wars, where he has a dream and this is what could have happened to you if you weren't part of the light side of the Force, and Anakin actually wins that battle, but he's dressed as Darth Vader, a la Darth Vader's head getting cut off, seeing Luke Skywalker. You know what I'm saying? Or I don't need to explain that anymore, right? But like if that's the scene, that'll be cool. Like that really is something cool, and I think would be awesome to see. If there's only 6 episodes, if this is 3 episodes, which it seems like there's at least 3 different planets to 4 that they're on, so I would assume it'd be maybe across 3 episodes, and that means there's only 3 more episodes after that. I like it, and I think it's more, I think it's more comprehensive. If they do the start and stop thing that they did with 20 flashbacks, not Force premonitions, and then they all of a sudden throw in a great episode, but that has nothing to do really with the storyline, and then like you guys said. I mean,
somebody else. It's not Obi-Wan. We'll give an episode to somebody else.
Yeah, all of a sudden we're doing a Cad Bane episode.
The entire Yoda's just on Dagobah episode.
Yeah, we'll just get a Yoda episode thrown in.
Shows up looking for Yoda on Dagobah.
That much,
like I think I'll be disappointed. But like once again, as long as they stay away from the original 3 and make it somewhat make sense, I'll be okay with it. You know what I mean? Like I'll always be okay with it. I'll criticize.
How are they going to stay away from the original 3 though? I don't.
Well, I mean, don't mess with anything. Don't do the whole. Don't change around Han shot first. Well,
I don't think they can. This is well before it, so they're not going to touch the same stuff. I think you're safe. I think you're safe from that worry. Is all I'm saying.
I think he's referring more. The only thing that I think Marco might be referring more to a confrontation between Vader and Obi-Wan.
Yeah. Like
okay, if it's just that, all right, I get you.
I mean, if all of a sudden they start doing that, and then they start, there's a couple other things you can do in there where you start getting away from it.
It's a meditation dream of what could have happened.
I get you shouldn't do Rebel stuff really either. Like, I mean, Kanan can all of a sudden accidentally show up on Tatooine and then have to get whisked away as a Padawan and end up with Hera. Like, I don't want to see that. You know what I mean?
A flashback of Anakin,
how about
Anakin with Ahsoka?
No, don't want to see that either.
You're going to see a young Ahsoka.
I don't want to see that.
I don't want to see that. I think it's stupid.
That's Clone Wars.
Not here. It does. I don't need it here.
No. I mean, I want to see it in the Ahsoka show. I want to hear.
Yeah.
I want to see Inquisitors hunting down rogue Jedi. That's what I want to see. Anything after that, I don't want to see really. I want to see that someplace else. No, Dom, because what we get is Book of Fett, where they just throw a bunch of horse shit, and nobody can say that was the show.
A lot of stuff.
The
reason why they got the deep fake guy to do Anakin's face young, they're gonna have Clone War flashbacks. You're gonna have to.
Anybody got 0.18?
Why isn't it just a flashback of Anakin on Tatooine with his uncle and aunt? Like,
Mace Windu still hasn't come back. Why don't we bring Mace Windu back? Wasn't Mace Windu going to come back? Because I'm pretty sure I was guaranteed Mace Windu was going to come back in Book of Fett at one point. I'm just saying, it's okay, but no, Dom. I'm just letting you know. And fandom can be different, but there is a decent amount of people who see it similar to me, and we would like the stuff that's already done to stay the way it is, stop changing it, and add new stuff and expand.
Just tell new stories.
So yes, I want to see
rework old stuff.
They're putting 2 Inquisitors in there. You know what I really hope? We get 4 more. We get 2 more new Inquisitors. I hope we get 2 more new Inquisitors. That'd be super dope to have the rest of that table fill out with new Inquisitors. How cool would that be?
That would be cool
to have new characters when they're actually hunting down something, and you get to see maybe another Jedi Padawan get killed, or like the Vader comic book where they're killing Jedis that were still around for. Like, there's so much of that stuff that you could still do, and then leave that up to right to the point where Darth Vader figures out what he accidentally runs into the Inquisitors, and then it kicks into the comic book where he then starts chopping their parts off and stuff like that. That's what I'd like to see. I'd like them to fill that gap between he doesn't know about the Inquisitors up to the point he gets to figure out the Inquisitors.
Well, the whole fact is we all know where the Grand Inquisitor winds up, so you can't change that fact.
Do you think You think the third sister, whatever Reva or whatever her name is like a probie? Maybe that's why she didn't have like the cool lightsaber and like a mask and everything.
Yeah,
She's like the probationary
Yeah, well,
inquizitor.
90-day probation period.
Prospect on the back of her.
She didn't have any of the stuff on her.
Pro,
But did you also know she didn't have any of the like insignias on her chest plate that the other ones
Yeah,
did?
like she
They all
doesn't
had-
have a rank or anything like
yeah,
that.
all of them had all that stuff. So yeah, she could be new in, which means if she's new in and the Jedi could have been her ex-master, yeah, I'd like to see that too. I'd like to see that conflict of, are you going to turn dark? Or, you know, like the one good part about the Inquisitors too that they did in the comic books. Remember the two that like the one saved the baby and they're like, you're just, and she's like, no, it's really torture. It turned out no, she really just couldn't be an Inquisitor. Like I think that plays out really well, and I think it'd be super duper cool to see that type of stuff. I think it'd be super duper to see that kind of stuff. So like, you know what I mean? That's what Dom, if you want to know, that's what I want to see. I don't want to see bullshit rehash or let's remake stuff. We've been remaking Star Wars stuff since the 90s.
Yeah,
let's
we don't
stop
need more remixes. Stop P Diddy in these things and just give us new material.
Yeah,
You know what? Look, I understand, but if you look at what we've been getting, everything flashbacks and stuff like that all been coming. We all want to see news. I want to see new stuff.
Rogue One wasn't flashbacks.
No, I
Rogue
know
One
it
was
was
still
flashbacks.
It was one of the best
No, it
things they've
wasn't
done.
flashbacks, but the series.
Well, one thing
TV
you got to
shows.
keep in mind though, this is a
Cool,
totally
wasn't
different
flashback. It was awesome.
production
So
team than the live action shows we've had so far. All that's been this is a totally different production team. So the strategy they take to a show could be totally
and one
different.
person directing it. You know, so it's going to be one person, no one director each
One
episode.
voice, yeah. They have a vision. They
So,
work it out.
Debbie
They
Chow-
have a story.
Exactly. So
that's why I think it's going to be more connected. I really do think it's going to be
Yeah,
more connected.
I think it'd be very.
But yeah, I mean, I get how you get excited because you get excited on the daily hype of all the rumors. That's not me. I also don't like when I was gambling, I was damn good at it and I was sponsored to play it. But as soon as I lost my sponsorships, I don't gamble anymore. That's just not, it's not something I do in my life. But I understand why people do it. You know what I mean? Like, I get that. But from my point of view, no, I want the storyline development.
It'll probably be more self-contained. With a singular creative team, it'll probably be more focused.
I really loved in Legacy how they were talking about, and then the original transition to Marvel was they're going to clean up because Legacy got too far out. But how they gave us those backstories and how the video games played into it and everything else.
They are fun, but
yeah, they're fun, I guess.
Still leave them.
I look, some of the rumors
they are
far out there, but some of them are really cool. And they're better than the actual product that they put down sometimes.
And that's what I don't like getting into.
Chow. T. Jones Chow. It's Deborah Chow.
Because a quick 2-line sentence of like, oh, what if this happened? This happens. It sounds a lot cooler, but the actual execution of it may not actually work as easily as you think.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be gross, Zaggy. I know you do, but what pizza bagels? Those are the things you frozen. You doing the
lifetime supply, baby.
So all or exiled at this point, pretty close. Yep, they should be because it's that far along.
Yeah,
that's why having that one trooper costume with a stormtrooper's helmet, but the armor of a clone trooper. That's why I added that in because that's very interesting right there.
Do you think Cody is going to be in this? Commander Cody.
Commander Cody.
Jedi's laughing at you.
Let's have
no, I don't. I don't think. I mean, like,
Dom is an endless well of just
I'm bringing up possibilities.
No, because you have, like, but that, yes, there you go. Because, like, if you put everything in there, once again, if he puts everything in, then he's gonna. No, but hey, honestly, there's people
down there. You're ruining my sponsorships, please.
There's people in the chat. Do not get it wrong. There's people in the chat that have personally wrote me, "Why do you give Dom a hard time? He's always right." And I'm like, "Well, no, he's right. 0.18% of the time." I went back and watched all the video. Now, if that makes you excited,
everything. One of the things you say is going to be right.
It makes you excited, and that's your fandom. I don't have a problem with it as long as you can also understand that my fandom is. Let's move along, please. Move along.
Okay.
Move along. Let's build
Thank you,
stuff.
Jedi. Thank you.
Yeah, no.
Most of the time, I think the numbers support that. It's because I never say anything.
What's this? I like Zen says I like WWE rumors because it's better than that turned out to be true about like some of the stuff in Book of Fett, I guess. I don't eat backstage rumors because I would argue that AEW is pretty garbage too, but whatever. I think
Save it
there
for
will
the
be another.
tax show.
Will there be
Yeah,
another?
we'll
Oh,
save
shoot!
it.
Mark
I
Magic
have-
started. We'll try. Yeah.
To answer Darth,
Ruben.
to answer Ruben's
Hold on.
question, I have an idea for a game. I'm going to present it to Marco and the guys. It will be nothing like the last one, though. No promises, but it will. I'll present it to these guys.
You guys are gonna try and make it so I can't win easily. Is that what you're gonna do?
No, it's going to be easier on me that way. That's all.
Uh,
the whole objective is to make this
I
game
don't-
easier on me.
It's an interesting question because we also saw what's the name. I don't think they're going to use anybody from the video games. I think they're going to keep that continuity to itself so that they can expand through number 2, and then they can keep going at that route. They seem to do that a lot. Like that's where even like,
Yeah.
we were kind of talking about this earlier, but like Revan every other week gets brought up because I think people paid a lot for a book and they're like,
Well,
but whenever
be
you
an idea,
ask, whenever you ask anybody true, I actually another show we need to do is the respect these one for a higher
good
book.
idea.
I want one of those T-shirts.
I know it's a good idea.
We're going to make that
Good idea.
happen. I think.
So what I think is, and they have done this a lot of times, they've always kept kind of the game stuff in its place. Like they'll do a comic book off of it, but that's when the crossover happens. They don't actually cross over a lot of stuff from it. I prefer to be an agent of chaos and float the worst rumors possible. Now we've got a Big E versus Scott Hall chat going on in the
Oh yeah,
chat.
no, it's just for both
boy.
of them. Yeah, for both of them.
Why is
Both
something
of
wrong
them,
with
yeah.
Hall?
Not versus.
Yeah, he's in critical condition, like life support.
Give that man some cocaine and some booze. He'll be all right.
He had 3 heart attacks yesterday.
God damn it.
3?
3 because he had like surgery and he had blood clot. I don't know.
Darth Magus is either
He's in bad shape. Scott Hall.
all
And
the
Big
video
E broke
games.
his
No,
heart.
William Hurt died?
Yeah, and William Hurt died.
Is that what it is?
And William Hurt.
Gosh.
Yeah, it's a lot of.
I'm like way out of it on the news.
Yeah, a lot of,
it's all
stuff
like
happening in
So
social
Jedi,
media.
did you like the
Okay.
teaser trailer, and are you looking forward to the Kenobi show?
So actually, yeah, I'll answer the last question first. I am looking forward to it. So, like I said in one of my videos on IG,
Check them out at Jedi Johnson 22.
Jedi 22. Hey, like I said, I don't. I prefer to go into these series not knowing a whole lot. Now I understand that I'm on a show that breaks down Star Wars, so I have to watch these videos, and I try not to outguess the people that make them. I criticize. I actually try to give the benefit of the doubt. Hopefully, like everybody else, I hope they do fix the Inquisitor's head because that is a little off. But everything else, I'm not going to try to out. I mean, that's why I'm so quiet. While you guys, I'll let Dom do the projecting the theory, creations and all that. But I have no idea, and that's the way I like it. I want to go into this thing not knowing what's going to happen.
I'm with you. No, I'm with you, Jedi. I'm the same way. I don't
Well,
want to know
Pete,
what's
we
gonna
can
happen,
make a
but
shirt. Rumor has it.
I'll just wing it. Like I
don't watch the rumor sites. I mean, I get it all secondhand.
Pete, make a shirt. Rumor has it.
But I mean,
Rumor has it.
yeah, you're better off not to have it.
Rumor has it and move it along. That'll be the
Move
next
along.
thing.
Good, goes good. So, all right. Anybody else have any comments finally on the trailer? Did you catch something we missed? Did we?
I think
Anything?
it's going to be really good. I think we're in for a treat.
Looking forward to it.
Good. Hopefully, we'll get a trailer on the 4th. All right. Next
sure
up,
we will.
Jedi. Do you want to hand? What do you? We're gonna do a first appearance list, kind of on Crimson Reign. We got a first half. I think we're gonna do second half, kind of like we did.
Yeah, we're doing
An update.
just a taste.
Not a
That's
half.
part of it.
Longer than a
Are
half.
we doing pickups?
Yeah, that's what Jet. I
Yeah,
was gonna get
sure.
there. I'm gonna pass on it now. Yeah. Okay. Get to pickups, Jedi. Let's go.
All right, well,
Pickups.
2 things, and then I got kind of a story. So Jedi time. All right. First thing, hey JJ, did I get a good deal on this or not, man? This was in my this was in my my video
Oh,
that
nice.
I posted today.
Ooh, look at this. Mine and Pete's favorite book.
Yeah,
much did you
that's
pay
why
for
it?
I looked it up. You guys were talking about it, and I didn't.
How much did you pay for it?
So, including shipping, and I don't remember exactly. I think including shipping was less than $80.
Oh shit! Get out of here!
Yes, you got a killer deal.
Yes, you
I
did.
paid more for that than mine. I paid like 90 for mine.
What are you? Get out of here!
Actually, maybe even a little
The
bit more.
last
than
time I
that.
seen it was like 3 and change.
Get out of
it
here!
was an auction. It wasn't. I mean, it was something I was tracking, and
Yeah.
I think it
Good
was.
job.
I don't remember
That
exactly.
book, it's weird. I think a lot of people don't realize those are variants sometimes unless they put it in the listing.
Yeah.
And even then, sometimes like they just end at weird times. And like I saw another one go a month or two ago for like $56 plus like
And-
$14 shipping.
Wow.
You
It's
imagine
crazy.
if Dark-
They go low sometimes,
Actually,
but
that
it's
is
still a
true.
good deal because sometimes they go high.
Could you
So
imagine
the
if
other
Dark
thing I picked up this week that I think I got a good deal on was, and I told you guys about it, I picked up these at my local LCS.
Nice.
They had these. This was like it wasn't up on the shelves or anything. It
Star
was
Wars
in like
Adventures #1 RI.
the little boxes where they keep all the bundles. Well, they'll bundle like issues 1 through 3 or whatever, or 1 through 5 for like the first arc or whatever.
Mhm.
So they had this one, but they only had copies or issues, I think 4 and 5 showing, and they said the RI 1 and 10. So I asked the guy, because they were all bundled up, I couldn't see them all. I said, "Are these all the 1 through 5? They're all the ratio 1 through 10?" He's like, "Well, I don't think so." I was like, "Oh." He goes, "But I'll open up and look." I was like, "Cool, would you?" Well, he did.
They're all the RIs. They're all the
Every one of
RIs.
them,
Yeah,
including
they connect.
this one,
Nice. First appearance of Martian Row. Nice.
including this one.
Nice.
And I think when he saw this one, he was like, "Oh shit," because the price tag on
Too
it
late.
was $60. And I was like, "Oh, I'll take those."
$60
That's a
for
good
what?
deal.
For 5 or 6 of them? For how many?
Question.
That's not
It was
bad.
Yeah,
$60
sketch.
for all 5.
A sketch cover
Oh.
on that too?
No.
No, it's just
Nope.
1 in
No,
10.
but they connect. They do connect.
Yeah, they do make a connecting cover if you lay
Good
them all
job.
out.
And I was like,
Which you can't do, but yeah.
Nice.
I thought that was pretty cool.
That's awesome.
So the
That's
other
a great-
story I got real quick.
I don't know,
was
JJ. I kind of want to see him
I
try. Hold all 5 to connect them.
I was in Costco yesterday, and I was
Costco.
wearing my Dark Side T-shirt, and I was there with my wife, but we had kind of went our separate ways. And I had on my Jedi 22 hat, and this employee approached me, and he's like, "Did you have that hat made, Jedi 22?" And I was like, I had my mask on, obviously, because we still wear masks here. And I was like, "Yeah, I had it made." He goes, "Oh," and I thought for a minute, I was like, "This is it. This is it.
Oh.
It's a fan. This is it. He knows who I am." No, he didn't. He started talking, but you know what he wanted to talk about? He wanted to talk about that Halcyon, the hotel, right?
Oh, really? The hotel?
Yeah. He's like, "Do you hear about that Star Wars hotel?" I was like, "Oh yes." Yeah, he goes, "It's expensive." He goes, "Yeah, $6,000." I was like, "Yeah." So I told him that I was on the Star Wars show and that we talk about it. Blah blah blah. I told him the name of the show and all that. He goes, "Oh really?" And I said, "Oh yeah, we talked about that." He said, "That's a crazy price." But then I dropped him my idea that everyone saw first here about a Jabba's palace in Vegas, and he loved it. He's like, "Oh my god, yes, make that." I was like,
We
"Well,
pay $6,000 for that.
oh yeah." He said
There
he'd
you
go.
Yeah, that's what the price point was. Yeah.
Is it going to be complete with reluctant dancers?
Reluctant, non-paid workers.
I like that.
I want to see the job. I
And
want
all
to see the
depends on
Rancor
how
pit.
far. I mean, it is Vegas. You know, it is Vegas. You never know. But it
Yeah,
all
that's what I'm
depends-
saying. Nothing leaves Vic. Nothing leaves out of Jabba's palace. Everything
Yeah.
stays in Jabba's palace.
Okay.
That's cool talking to him. So that's all I got.
Cool though.
I bet you Dom can't wait to show something. Dom, what do you got to show off?
You know, it's funny. I went to a convention yesterday and I didn't pick up anything. I met a lot of cool people, but and I actually didn't buy anything, which it's amazing. But the only thing I do have, which is not even that much, it's got this pin in the mail.
Oh, that's cool.
You know,
Yeah.
It is cool.
I like that.
my nerd matters. It's pretty cool.
It almost
No.
looks like a card. That's kind of awesome.
Yeah, so I picked that up, but the other thing is just I picked this out of my collection over there. I got the Inquisitors, the Funko Pops that I had in my collection. That
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, nice.
so next week
Yeah, you can do something on them. For
I'm gonna
next
do something next week with
Oh yeah, I got
ones
yeah,
to
yeah.
pick up because it was a little too late. But if you do see these out there for cheap, pick them up because they're starting to rise. Just want to give you a heads up on that.
Walmart.
Yeah.
Huh?
Walmart, if you see them, they were in the clearance section for the longest time.
First
So-
of that.
That's it.
All right. Pete, JJ, you guys got anything?
Yeah. I thought I did, but I looked.
Nope.
So I got something.
I
to
do, but I
maybe
didn't have
next
time to grab anything.
week. I actually asked the boys if they want them or they just want me to open them. So I got some of these.
Hmm.
So Jedi said he wants me to chew the gum. That won't be happening. But then don't.
Chew the gum.
So I didn't understand. Do you collect the actual opened wax? You collect these things?
Yeah, the
open?
wax. The wrapper.
You collect
Me?
the wrappers. Yes.
Oh yeah, I mean, I have a couple. I started doing it after I saw Ruben's collection. I was like, "Oh, those are cool," and they're not that expensive. So
Yeah, I'll send them to you maybe afterwards. Oh, well, this is only half a stick of gum in this one. That's a ripoff.
Somebody ate half of
Somebody
it.
chewed the other half.
What the hell's the other half? Oh nope, there's the other portion of it. So that's going to be cool. Yeah, we get. So that was it. I think I had other stuff, but you know me, I'm too lazy to actually get up and show stuff off. But I had these laying right here, so maybe next week or the week after we'll go through that. If you guys want us to open up some of those. Okay. Sorry for the caps. Yes, collect the wrappers.
Oh, it's because the collect the wrappers. That's what.
How much does a wrapper cost? What does a wrapper go for? $1?
Oh, like $3
$3 to $5.
I got both of I
So
got C3PO and the Ewok wrapper for $3 plus shipping, so like $7.
Oh, okay. All right. Next up, are we gonna try a new segment, or are we gonna do First of Crimson Reign? What do you want to
It's
do,
up to
Jay?
you guys. I got to run whatever it is, so just tell me which one. Wait, JJ, you're muted.
Let's mute. So we're gonna do a new segment. It's called Slab. They said slab it, sell it, or whatever. I don't like that. I think we should just call it slab. Wait, what? Stash, slab, sell. And we're gonna cut the its because I'm not a fan of the its.
Why don't
For
you
those
like
people
the
that
it's-
watch MCM, it's a lot like that. Whatever we used to do on there. I think other people everybody's probably done something similar to this. But this way, we were talking about it because, like, for me, all of us have a different objective, right? Like, my objective typically when I'm looking through stuff is that I'm going to try to figure out, am I going to send it in on this load? Because usually, like, when we send it, I actually didn't know this until somebody told me. I was like, yeah, 50s. And they're like, they do 25s. I was like, yeah, but we always do 50s. So I we'll send 50 in at a time to CGC. So, like, there's always like 4 or 5. So I have like a box that we go through and we like, oh, should we stash this for later? Should we slab it now? Or should we just sell it raw? And JJ was like, we were talking about, well, not stashing it. We were talking about slabbing and selling. And JJ's like, we should do that as a segment. So that's kind of what we're going to do, right, JJ? Is that it? I can't.
Yeah, more or less.
So
Different books with kind of different scenarios. And
So I am under the assumption that this is like I'm sending out an order tomorrow. So I grabbed a couple of the books that JJ put on the list. I don't know how everybody else did it. I don't know who else is bringing their books. My uncle's theories are good. Vinny Mac. Wait. Oh. Hey, look at you. Loves your theories. We love his theories too, man. We do love his theories too, Vinny.
I love that kid me on IG.
Oh, you have a whole thing done on this. Very good, JJ. So go ahead. You take over and I'll just look around.
so now, again, like Marco said, it's kind of different for each individual and what you're going for or trying to accomplish with your books. So it's kind of like a living, breathing thing that may change as we go through it. But more or less, I try to describe each one. So stash would kind of be the long hold. You're going to hang on to it. I have no idea what it's going to do in the long run. May go up, may go down, but you're probably going to stick it in a box and leave it there for a while. And then slab it would be like sending it basically to you. You like the book so much, you're going to put the extra money in, send it to your favorite grading company, maybe sell it when you get it back. Hope it's still hot, or maybe just collect it when you get it back. Either way, but you like it enough to spend, what is it, like $40 probably to grade a book after shipping. So
Yeah, probably.
not if you do bulk, but
both ways,
roughly somewhere around there. Either way, you're sinking more money into the book than it's worth now. And then sell it would always be, you think the book may go down, or you're not sure if it's going to maintain its value. So you probably want to ditch it as soon as you can, get what money you can out of it while you can get it. Because you don't want to be left with the book going down too much.
Hey, Swag. Kenny Sag.
That's more or less. More or less.
Yeah, I think it's pretty much the way. I mean, that's kind of the way I look at it too. It's a little bit different for us because we, for our stash, it would be like, oh, leave this till later. Maybe we'll catch.
Well, yeah, it's the same thing, but you're still saving it for later. Whatever.
Now it's usually like go show or just list it on eBay. So, all right, cool. So, what are the books?
And long hold could be different things. But
yeah, these could all be different things, but whatever.
So first up, go ahead. More or less. So we got Star Wars number 2. So who had a copy of this? I think Marco, do you have a copy?
I've got a couple. I actually had a couple.
Raw copy.
In one of the boxes that have, because we sent some out, but we didn't send them all out, and I had 2 raw copies. Yeah, these are.
I think Jedi was just holding one, right?
Hey, Jedi, you have one? Jedi, what do you got? What does yours look like?
Oh, his is already slabbed. Look at that bad boy.
Yeah. 6. This is a no-brainer to me, man. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
6.
Yeah.
Nice.
But even on 9.6, what do I have for copies here? This is not a 9.6.
Yeah, no, the copies I got are more mid-grade at best.
Yeah, this is probably mid-grade.
Yeah.
The inside's really nice. There's just
I have a lot of it.
We're probably
This
looking
was a
at
very underrated comic book for a long time. And if
very much
It
so.
is,
people weren't
There's a lot of
snatching them
fun.
up back
I mean,
then,
A lot of these you picked out of like
Loaded.
and then like you had to bring it back. So I had two versions.
It's a book
of
that's loaded with first appearances that a lot of people forget. Like I only put down 3. There's really like 5 or 6 first appearances in this book.
Chewie,
of
Obi-Wan,
Star Wars
enough.
characters.
But
Yeah.
So
So
this is a very interesting question because in that same box, for some reason, I had 2, and one is, of course, this
well,
one.
tell me when you're ready to go big screen. Are you ready now?
Yeah, I got 2.
Okay. Well, I just want to put you a big
one,
screen.
I
while
don't
you're
even know
looking
why
down.
this one's in it, but we all know what that is, correct?
Is that the Whitman?
The
Whitman,
Winsman.
yeah.
The Winsman. What's
But-
the variant?
Whitman reprint.
The
That
Whitman
is?
reprint,
Yeah, you can tell because of 2 reasons. One, that right there.
Blank.
and another,
Yeah, blank.
it literally says reprint on the corner of it.
Yeah,
and
the corner.
unfortunately, the Whitman reprint, which is usually in the worst condition, is probably better than this one, which is, I mean, I would say conservatively, the inside's really nice, actually, and the back cover's okay.
Yeah.
But I would say at this
Hold it up.
point with the grading stuff over there, 7.58, somewhere around there.
Here, hold it up. Let people
Okay.
see it again. People like looking at books.
Yeah.
Like looking
You
at
don't
it.
like. I mean, I like holding
This one,
it.
this
No,
one's way better. This
People
one,
like
if we were, if this was this book, it's easy. This would be going in because the color's good on this. The inside's white, back cover's great. This one, tiny. These some of these were pulled out of 50-cent bins. You know what I
that's why
mean?
mine aren't in great shape.
So it's not.
They're mine.
This isn't the best shape. But this is the debate every single time when we have it with some of these older books. Well, now Bronze Age books, but like there's a price for anybody, right? Like I can't.
Right.
I remember when it's like if it is Bronze Age or above, unless it's 9.8, we're not doing it. And now we've gotten to the consensus that shoot, maybe if it even down to, some of these, that book I'm 50 cents in. Was it $22?
I mean, I was surprised.
Go ahead.
Pulling the census, I was surprised by how few 9.8s there are.
Yeah.
There's 2,600 total graded, and there's only 145 in 9.8.
And
That
nobody
includes
has
signatures
35 cents variant.
Because they just end up in all the crap.
Well, I pulled the census numbers for just the first print. On
Oh,
this.
the first one.
Hold on, let's see what Jedi's got some more here.
Yeah,
So
this
what do
is
y'all
just the
think
first
about
print.
this one?
Well, it's on a computer screen.
Oh, okay.
Well,
So that's a first print, technically, right?
This
It's
a
got the
first
diamond
print,
box?
yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
The key is the 30 cents, not the 35 cents. Also, this is a 30-cent.
Mhm.
Oops, I keep doing it. UPC is there. This is the first print.
So, but the question is, should I? So, like, how I figure it is at this market and how crazy it is, this wouldn't be the first book. If I had 5 books left in the 50, this one would even at what it is, I would probably send it without even doing anything else to it, because for a raw
Even if
one,
it's let's say it's a very fine, like you have.
Yeah.
Are you keeping that? Or
yeah, 50 cents,
Okay.
and I mean for that, I would send it because I feel that now people with grading, you can like it's so much. It's
Well, with
still
your 50,
so-
you can't really grade this with those though, because this is going to end up being you got to standard this one because of the year.
we still no
You
we
can't
do it 'cause
modern it.
No, we do it because of shipping. We don't do it because we're not
Well,
pre-screening.
Let
We
me
do
ask you
it-
a question
we do the
now.
number because of
No, but even
shipping.
without the pre-screen, like even like when you bundle, I mean, you can bundle up whatever the hell you want.
That's
like,
how
in
we
the
bundle
box, but you still got to do it like under a separate like submission if it's a different,
Right, but your overall shipping because of how overall shipping works out.
Yeah.
So-
No, I know what you're saying. You're still going to stick
we
it in the
ship
box
back
to mail it in.
Yeah, it was shipped back in 25s. So
But why do you have to cap it at 50 then?
I mean, this one.
because that's how many we put out.
This
in-
one for me is tempting to sell just because
That's
of
just
the
an internal
Kenobi
thing.
show.
Yeah,
that's why it's a little tempting for me to sell. But
Yeah.
I would slab it almost in any grade. Maybe sell like a low mid grade, like a 4 or a 5. But
That's what I'm saying. At
like,
50 cents
for me,
$22
Yeah.
come out. Like, what's
Yeah.
the worst I'm going to do? You know what I mean? What's the worst I'm going to do
Mhm.
out of it? 100.
So is the criteria that we only have one of these, or do we have several?
Well, I wouldn't sub the Whitman.
well,
The Whitman would go in. I'll tell
it
you
varies
that.
for everybody. But
Yeah, it just goes your gut feeling. Whenever you see it, just
yeah, I just couldn't
Don't
pull the
anything else.
numbers for every single variant version of it. This is just the numbers for the first.
Still
But
says
like
solid at the
if you
next
think-
trailer. I don't think. I think
Yeah.
that.
I mean,
So this is an old strategy, right? The trailer thing.
I'm not selling this.
I don't think that is the way anymore
Yeah.
on some of these books. I think people, like everybody has said here, this is why I would send it even in it. Because I think right now,
well,
the higher grades, people are going to go out there and try to sell, right? And then when you get these mid and low grades, it's finally when they can't find the higher grades and somebody's going to want to pay, so they'll pay up for it. Because knowing that this is Kenobi's first and Han and Chewie's, to us, it's okay. But like, if it's only in our community, most of the times it's more of a pump and dump, right? Like what you really want with speculation is to hit the general population, the general fandom, and even the casual fan. And I think that's where that midline price for this will pay. And that's why I think I would still send it in S758, because I think you could get it back in time that if Kenobi's a hit, you know what I mean? If it's not a hit, you're going to be able to sell it either way for what you paid into it. If you get it back afterwards, though, the fans of Kenobi, if Kenobi's a hit, will buy that mid grade, like the casuals, the cashies that just need to have everything all of a sudden. So that's my
one thing I weigh with this is, like I said, the multiple firsts. Like Han, they're always going to be doing something with Han or Chewie or Obi Wan, like those main characters. Like this is kind of the fallback for Star Wars 1, right? More or less.
Right, which
has
has
got enough legacy characters in it that
it should be just kind of right there.
You can always sell that book,
right? But I think like even the people that don't use the apps or the lists or the content creator, which I mean we got to create ourselves into that category. I'm saying like with speculation, the best part is when you can get normies or casuals into it, because
that's when you're going to get the most eyes.
I have a lot of faith. Maybe I have more faith than people probably think after my review in the Obi Wan series. What
is this the first Jabba? Even though they kind of retconned it that it wasn't really Jabba or something, but this is the first Jabba, or is that number 4?
Yeah, it's the concept Jabba. So it's like I think when Shaken did the art for it, like they didn't know what Jabba was. It was supposed to be, but he drew it as like an actual like kind of humanoid type character, and
like he was in the movie. Well,
so it's kind of fake Jabba, but yes, it is a first concept Jabba the Hutt.
All right. So I mean, I think we're all me and JJ at least are agreement. Pretty much any grade.
I'm saying slab it.
I'm just
any grade.
Slab it. Pretty much.
Yeah, slab it. Regardless.
Definitely.
Really?
Yeah. I'm still just kind of fat. It depends. I would still say.
No,
It's great. I'm not slabbing.
7, 8. Like if it gets down to a 5, I don't know if I'd slab anything. If it starts going 5, 4, I'm not slabbing.
Yeah, and that's kind of where I'm thinking more mid.
I'm not slabbing.
Well, look, it's not going to be like the 35-cent variant, the one that is expensive that you get graded in any grade just to have.
But it's going to be easier to move too. I mean, I think that
it will be. Yeah,
it's an easy book to move slabbed at that level. So
yeah, slabbing it will definitely make it easier for you to move because it's. There's no debate. There's no there it is.
Yeah. Right.
Whatever it is, 7.5, it's 7.5.
Oh, I mean, I see what the one comic this guy was saying, like sell it, but I think that's kind of changed a little bit as it goes. I'm not as worried as I used to be and how fast.
And there's certain books I think that applies to more than this one, which we'll get to here in a minute, probably.
All right.
Yeah, go ahead.
Move on. Let's move on for Star Wars 2. I think not a consensus.
No, go ahead. Yeah, we could add the news day. I just literally went to one box to pull up what books I could out of one box, Lopez. I didn't go further. So. All right, who's got this one?
So
Go ahead.
I got one right here.
Did you pull one of these?
All right,
he's got his copy.
All right, what does it look like? Tell us what it looks like.
Well, here, I'll show it to you. But you moved me. I wasn't ready. I mean, you can look at it. I mean, I see no ticks.
Oh yeah, you tell me what you saw. I don't think a screen's going to do that good for us.
Yeah.
No, I mean the screen's not going to do that. I mean, I looked at it. I don't see anything. If this would be a 9.6, 9.8 easy.
9.6,
I would hope for 9.8, but
okay.
It is what it is.
So you got 177 total. You got 106 9.8s. Your about average 9.6 sale price was $250. And by the way, I put 9.6 prices on this because I know not everything gets a 9.8 if you're like me, because I don't have that kind of eye. So I did 9.6 prices, and then your raw price is surprisingly high right now. It's about $140.
Jesus,
you can have a really good high grade raw copy. So
it's tempting, but this is,
and we all know why it's up. It's the Grand Inquisitor.
Yeah,
and
the other my copy from my run of Vader. So,
but
yeah, an extra. This is my copy.
So I had a couple of weeks back sent out a couple of these, and I didn't even press them and send them out to try to hopefully get them back in time. At this point, because we're gonna get something in the 4th, and I saw how the character came out, in my opinion, I'm going with this, and because I don't think we're gonna get it back in time, and I'm going with this right here. Like, just go, like, get rid of it quick.
If I had extras, that's probably where I would lean for this.
Especially for the price for 140 to not even have to gamble. So Jones did it too.
Just to be clear, Pete, you're not getting rid of it. You're not getting rid of it, Pete, because it breaks up your run more or less.
Exactly.
Right?
If I had an extra one that was,
one.
like, say, a little banged up, I'd be happy to keep the banged up copy for my run, and then I would probably cash in on the nicer copy. Because I don't mind mid-grade or imperfect comics for my personal collection, because I read the goddamn thing, so they're mine. I don't care if it's not minty 9.8 all the time.
Let me ask you this:
That's it.
Would you buy in? Let's say you can find a beat copy for like $40 or something. Would you buy in and sell that one?
That's the risky thing that I don't know if I would do.
Yeah.
Ultimately, you're paying $40. You're gonna pay for shipping, and then I'm gonna have to sell this thing. Even if it sells at like 140, you're saying I get 125, and then fees come out of it. And like, really, am I just downgrading for the sake of downgrading?
See, this is what you're saying. You're saying now he's saying slab at 2-day modern. See, okay. First off, I don't slab anything CBCS because I don't like to pay more to get less. Number two, what happens if it comes back 9.4?
Yeah. I mean, that's my thing. Like the price for this is so high on a raw right now. It's climbed so quick. I'm in the sell it category. Like if it's a good looking copy that I can say near mint or close to near mint on, I'm probably going to sell it and try to get my 140 out of it. Yeah. Then try to put extra money into it and grade it.
Why throw an extra $30-$40 and in a few months, even if you fast pass?
Because this is the thing. Like, so ours went to the reject plus pile, right? By the time we get it back, now, in our opinion, it's between 9.6, 9.8. But if it comes back rejected, you better believe then I'm assuming it's a 9.4 I'm going to put up, like most people do, near mint plus, and sell it raw. I mean, that's
9.2 is technically near mint.
No, the crazy stuff when it comes to these books now, these newer books, you got to get a 9.8 if you want to get your money.
No, you know, 9.6 is selling for $200.
I know 9.6, but still, the 9.6 is that. But the 9.8 for these brand new books.
A book you could buy, even if you bought this off the stand, what was it at the time? $3, $3.99, $4.
Look, it's not like
a 980.
$4.
Sorry, a 9.8. I looked at the 9.8 price just for those who want to know. It was around about $3.80, I think, for a 9.8.
Yeah, so like the difference between it, like a 9.6 and 9. To be honest, at the like that's where people start complaining about like, oh well, CGC, it's going to take 3 more days and it's going to raise the price by $1. Like that's negligible. No, in between 9.6 and 9.8, when you paid $3 and you paid $20-some for the slabbing, it's
because eventually I know that the 9.6 and 9.8 are going to correct itself down the road because the prices for a 9.8 is ridiculous compared to a price of a 9.6.
I just said it's like $320. Yeah, it's not ridiculous.
But it's at 380 and 250. I mean, it is a significant premium.
Okay, I understand that, but at this point, like I'm telling you, selling wise, Dom, when I submit 3 of these, if 2 come back at 9.6 and 1 comes back at 9.8, I'm still happy as a pig. I don't give a shit. I really don't, because I paid a whole. I'm into these books, $8, $20, $60, $60, $72 for all of them. You see what I'm saying? Like when we start getting to that nitpicky of like, are you going to complain? Like people don't know this, but not too long ago, in 3 years ago, you couldn't get 9.6s. Wouldn't get anywhere. You might have sold this book for $50 at 9.6.
Well, yeah, because the prices went crazy through the pandemic. With the
and the benefit of this book is no variance. So literally everything. I mean, if you bought it when it came out, you're paying no more than $4 for it. Yeah, you could have bought 6 copies for $20.
You could dream, like the reality of selling books compared to the dream and like the propaganda that some content creators put out there. That's nice, but the bottom line is, if somebody's going to give you $250 to something you're vested $24 into, I don't think you're going to care.
Well,
I actually think it's
let's also put into context what we're talking about being vested into. This is not his first appearance. I get it. He's on the cover. Yeah. We can call it first full, qualify it as you want to, but he is in Kanan 12 if you're talking about Grand Inquisitor. I know there's other Inquisitors, and Inquisitorius is in.
And also, let's not forget, as Tiger Fett points out right there, the characters that show up in this are all dead.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. That's why I say get rid of it in
In the
And
current
that's the other thing.
way of telling stories.
When you're going to pre-screen this, you're going to pre-screen this 9.6, right? So who cares? Because all you want to be is in a slab at that point. You don't care if it. You really don't care. I mean, maybe you do, but you don't care if it comes back.
If you want it for your personal collection, if you want to slab it for your personal collection.
That's different. Yes, I agree.
Well, yeah, if you're in like Pete's case. So what's everybody's consensus? Sell it?
Yeah, I sell
If this was an extra copy, yes.
If it's not, go ahead.
I would say for me, I would sell it. I would sell it. I have a hard time selling anything Star Wars, but I would try to make myself sell it for while the prices are up, and then after the show, when the prices come down, I buy a graded copy, probably 9.6, and I'm happy.
I don't think, and this is the problem.
Yeah,
Joe, this is why I said we've already sent ours out, and this is what I was going to say.
That's not a bad idea though.
If you haven't sent it out already, if I hadn't sent it out already, I would be selling these raw without a doubt, no problem. Zero problem.
Yeah, it's too late to get it.
Well, maybe not too late. We are still 2 months out. We're still 2 months out from the show.
In my opinion, I would have already sent it, just to be clear. I want to get them out. We already listed them now, so like we've gotten back some already. That's just how I do it, and it's gone. If not, I wouldn't waste my time with it because it takes up a spot, and trying to get it back to prediction now of getting it back in time, I'd rather not take that gamble and for $140 not have to deal with it, just sell it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I just want to be clear. Like I said, we're all in different situations. Like I still say sell it, and I never sell anything. Like I have this book. I have one copy that's a really good copy. I probably still won't sell it because I'm like Pete. It's my only copy.
Yeah, my copy.
So everybody's a little bit different, but I still would say sell it if I had the ability to, get rid of an extra copy or whatever. So.
Yeah. So that's how I'm going to play the rest of this game. If it's an extra copy, that's how I'm going to make my decisions.
Yeah. That's why I said. That's why I want everybody's different opinion on it. Like I said, like when you asked, and I was like, well, that's why we do 50 is because of shit.
Yeah.
Like
because I don't want to do the Jedi gamble.
It's really weird.
It's a smart play to do the Jedi gamble, but at the same time, I did the Jedi gamble with NYX3 because that damn book in 9.8 was $1,000 forever, and then I sold it, and now it's a $2,000 book. So it doesn't always pay to do I'll just buy it back.
Well, look, if you look at Tiger Jedi, what he was saying, Tiger Fett was saying about, the book is going to drop when the show's over. But you have to understand that they're going to use these characters in other shows down the road.
You don't have to understand that. They may not.
But if they do,
might.
Yeah.
They might.
That's the thing. They might, but for this character, it's a narrow window, though. Don't forget.
Very narrow window on this character. And this is, I think, Dom, that's a great point. That's a great point. I think Wayseeker's kind of bringing it up right here. Would you sell it now or would you sell it when the show premieres? I would sell both. Okay, so I'd sell the majority of them now because of how hot it's getting. I do not know. As much faith as I have in Obi-Wan and Obi-Wan as a show, I don't know how much faith I have in this character. And it's not that I don't like the character. I do like the character, obviously. I've said that before. I've stated before. And I think that's where people are always like, how can you be on both sides? You can like something and also know there might be a short window to optimize. On Obi-Wan, I believe the life of Obi-Wan is longer and can generate towards every single person. Where I think the Inquisitors, lots of these books out there, maybe a little shady about where the first appearance is and what's collectability on it. And maybe not looking so good in the trailer so much. So I would probably sell, if you had 5 copies, I would sell 3 of them now and keep 2 for the show and then
make some money. Yeah.
Anyway.
Right now, the money's right there. You might as well grab it while you can.
Let's move on to our next. Do we got our calls then? Sell? Is that what everybody's kind of feeling?
I think so. I think mostly everybody was sell.
All right. Go to the next book.
Does death really matter with the show jumping around? Timeline, Cad died, might show up. When did Cad die?
Yeah, but you got a much more narrow window here. It's only about, literally from the time you meet him in this show to the time he dies is 8 years?
Click my video. I'm not sure Cad Bane did die, by the way.
Well, he'll definitely come back in shows where it's in the past.
He's in Bad Batch anyway. Yeah.
So we're going to get that eventually. So the books will have a value to it. They dropped significantly. If you see the value of the Darth Maul too, it dropped.
Joe, it does on those type of books. I think we gotta preface the different types of books too. Like with these moderns, it's still kind of
Let me ask this quick general question for you guys, just to kind of get a quick take. Don't want to derail us completely, but should like an appearance on a show or a movie really mean all that much?
It always has.
I get it. From an awareness,
It always has.
from awareness perspective, like a
Well,
character showing up on a show or in a
this is
movie,
why.
I get it. It makes them more aware. But realistically, who cares? Why does that make?
Well, okay,
more
so this
important
is
because
why.
they're
This
on
is why, and it's something that Comic Man Andy kind of asked earlier. So make sure you're checking out Comic Man Andy. By the way, he puts on
Yes.
great content. Make sure you're following him on IG and everything else. But that's kind of why I was hitting at the thing, right? Like you have to get to the normies or the people who typically just see the shiny object and want to buy it. And the easiest way to do that is get them to enjoy it in cinema some way or another, TV show or movie. And when they enjoy that, then they're like, hey, I want to go back and read the story. Hey, I want to pick up this collectible. I mean, that's how the toy market works. They push out toys during the movie, and that's how comics used to work. Now with all the influencers and apps and everything else, now it's more like, what type of shit can we throw up at the wall and try to call speculation? It's not really speculation if you're just throwing shit at a wall. That's trying to swindle people. And
Well, it's not even throwing. Well, I mean, yeah, you got a mixture of throwing shit at the wall.
Thrown up against the wall.
No, wait.
You do a whole show for 16 hours.
Don't get what I'm saying twisted. It's yes, throwing the shit up at the wall, but it's also you're just reporting, re-reporting news. Like, thank you for that. Like, yes, this is news. Somebody was cast. Everybody knows that. So
this is what I'm saying. Zaggy says it right here. His mom bought it. Kyle, thank you for the invite. My mom, that's what I'm saying. Like normies just buy, and then they start getting into collectibles. So that's how it happens. And when it fails miserably. Yeah. That's why it's usually never do well, because no matter what you want to say, there's a certain point where like the normal people won't get into collecting.
So the normal people care if Groot or Grogu, we know that they're eventually going to die or eventually not appear any longer.
Well, that's why minor things like that's why it's also a gamble on the Inquisitors, because like that's what I'm saying. I don't have as much faith in the normies. I have to use some of the FOMO like apps that give people FOMO and some of the shows that give people FOMO to sell some of those products. I mean, that's nobody's going to tell you that, but I will, because I just don't give it. And
it's also villain spec.
JJ's laughing because
too much money in bad guys is not a good idea.
No, I'm just trying to move on to the next book.
Yeah, let's go on to the next book. Thank you. Thank you.
I'm going to say something really quick.
Where are you at, Jedi? I gave you access to the button.
Hey, tell your mom I say hi, leftover.
Can I say something real quick? Move on.
Go ahead.
I know, move along.
No, go ahead.
What Pete was talking about, that movie spec and stuff like that, appearance for the book shooting up. Look at Kira. She had the one in Solo. She has her first appearance, but she did get a boost because she showed up in the War of the Bounty Hunters.
No, she got no. That's
she got a boost because everybody thought she was.
That's not why there's a boost. But the boost was somebody knew they could go on and create content out of, giving a rumor that she was going to show up, and that is what boosted it. That's where we talked about that Batman book, and we're kind of going to do it more on Tax Show. Floors. That's how you know shit was thrown up against the wall compared to if it's a quality book. The floor on a shit thrown up against the wall book goes like this. Here's the floor. Here's the ceiling. Whoop, underneath the floor again. Where like books like number 2, the floor, when it comes down, because people will forget about Obi, it'll still be, it won't be down here anymore.
Star Wars too. It still has a lot of things going.
It'll give it significance. Everybody does die. Yeah,
we got a couple books that are pure rumor based coming up, and we got this one here too. So.
All right, let's go.
We'll run into that scenario.
Thank you. Somebody found a bunch of those for 50 cents, and then they decided to pump them up. Yes, Lewis. Thank you. All right, go ahead.
So here's an issue. I gotta point out real quick this cover, by the way. Like, so it looks like a lightsaber is blocking that blaster bolt, right? Yes. Whose lightsaber is that? Because he's holding one on his hand and he doesn't have one in his other hand.
Wasn't it the other student?
I don't know. It just looks weird to me that he's blocking it. I don't know. Anyways, Jedi Fallen Order number 1. So got 12 total graded. 6 of them are 9/8. Oddly enough, so this is crazy. This book kind of shot up on the Inquisitor news, although she's not in the trailer or anything, so we don't know if she's going to show up. Sierra Junda, oddly enough, despite being a pretty main character in the game, hasn't gone up at all based on her, more or less. But or the sequel of the game that was announced. But really you're looking at by the way, I couldn't find a 9.6 price. Believe it or not, the 9.8 last sale price was $110, but the average raw price is about $55.
I think we're going to get I assume. I don't think she's going to show up
on this book.
I don't think she's going to show up, but I think.
Sorry,
I think this is going to happen because, well, this is a harder book to find. You know what I mean?
I'm salt in the wound, Pete.
For those people that need, there's also people who just need to create content, or have bings go off to you. So I think this is what we're going to get, and when we get that, this will artificially go up. This book,
well, I think.
Go ahead.
It's still an important book. Is the crazy part? Like
Me
it's
too.
Jedi, these stories with Sierra.
Go ahead.
This story is going to go forward, right? We know that there's a sequel to the game. They're going to build that world out in one way or another.
But games, if you want to know what does less than a B character in a movie, games, the speculation on games, that's worse. So Jedi, what is your copy? You've got a copy of it, Raw. Have you looked at it?
No, this is the trade that I read, and I honestly can't even remember what it's about. I don't know.
It's pretty much about the Order Master and them around Order 66 time.
Yeah, it's like a prequel to the video game.
But I will tell you this:
I have the single issue #1, but I don't. Apparently,
I hate to say this, but I'm gonna do this one because it's gonna get everybody in a tiffy. Compared to other books at the time, this was a relatively low print run series.
Well, it's a side. It's like a side miniseries based off the game.
And with that being said, if you were around during that time and collecting comics or picking up comics, it was also very popular because people knew the game was coming out. And much like the Kylo Ren book, people wanted the backstory really quickly. So Kylo Ren's miniseries did really well around this time. So did Jedi Fallen Order, and the TIE Fighter book did okay, probably the worst out of the three. Out of these three little minis. And Galaxy's Edge did probably the best. With that being said, I mean, I'm looking at a 9.8 copy right now. I would not submit this. I would actually hold this to around the time the second video game trailer comes off, because I think maybe I would wait for two things. I wouldn't slam it either way. I would either wait for this to happen. I'd either wait for this ping notification for somebody to go, oh my God, they hit a notification. And oh boy, there's like 18 channels talking about this book. Yeah. I'd rather have that happen and then go, and it's listed, than have to slab it. Because I think
this is a pure this is the stash book for sure. Because like right now, looking at what they sell for in a 9.8, you're not getting your money out of it to slab it and then sell it. So if you're going to slab it, you're still going to hang on to it for a while, but it may drop in price. So that kind of has some incentive to sell it, but there's so few of them out there. I'd only 6 9/8s. I'm kind of tempted to even slab it, but I would say hold it more than anything, and then maybe slab it later.
Wayseeker. That's what we're kind of saying. I should say. I think that's what we're kind of saying about this book is like it's not happening, but that doesn't mean that it's not going to be artificially increased. Like it does. You don't have to have common sense. The problem is the floor on this book is probably going to. I wouldn't say the floor is going to be as bad because it was a popular book already. You know what I mean? Like it's something people have to have in the class because of the thing. The variant is very rare, Jay Boleyn. Yes, I agree with you. But we didn't want to do that. We didn't want to find variants.
I do have it. If you want me to go get my copy?
Oh, we don't want to. We also don't.
Coming into this discussion, I would have said I was going to sell this one too, but after you guys were talking about that it was a relatively short print run, maybe I stash it as well, because I mean, if an average raw is selling at $55, you got what? Like if you picked it up at your LCS, you've got $5 into it. That's a $50 profit.
It is a nice profit, but I think what we're talking about, the floor is already there. I don't think it's going to drop to cover price again.
I think this is the floor. That's what I'm saying. I think this is the floor. So that's why I think
so. Even if they might show some of these characters in a project down the road, live action,
then it goes up more. Like that's
then it would go higher.
It's still there.
Yeah, I think
that's why you
that
stack
last
it.
book we had. I don't think that's the floor for raw copies. I think the floor for the raw copies of that is $10. This book, I think $55 is about the raw.
Probably not 10. It's probably $25.
Well, whatever. It's way less than 100.
Yeah, it's not 140. Maybe even 40.
JJ, I quickly flipped through my trade, and I can't figure out who's blocking that blaster shot either. I don't know.
It's weird, right?
This one and go on to our next book. Let's
so this is Ash. Okay.
We got 2.
So
left.
this is probably the weirdest book on this list.
We did do it.
And I picked it out because I do have a copy of it.
This is an this was an
Look at my
RI, right?
copy.
Yeah, 110. This
Yeah,
is a variant.
this is an RI. So this, IDW RI,
Mhm.
1 in
That's
10
clean.
variant. Now this is a really nice copy I got here. It's probably, I mean, this again, I don't have an eye for such things, but I'd say it's at least near mint, and it may go 9698 if I press it and sub it or whatever.
You do that.
But so you got 5 total graded for this, right? There's 5 copies graded, only 4 9/8. So the vast majority of those graded are 9/8, 80%. But I couldn't even find a 9/6 sale or a 9/8 sale in the past like 6 months for this guy
Wow.
in the RI version.
How
This
many?
1 in 10.
This
The
is
average
question.
raw price was about $50, $48 or so.
Okay.
So
This is
it's the
question I
first
have.
appearance of Agent Callus.
So this is going to make a difference between what I decide to do with it. How many weeks do we have till Solo starts?
Solo?
Till
Or not Solo. I mean
Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan.
Solo.
Oh,
May 25th.
Obi-Wan.
May 25th.
About
Oh,
6,
no,
roughly
okay,
6.
2 months
so-
and 2 weeks.
Yeah, 6 weeks.
No, even longer than that. I'm sorry.
let's-
No.
Let's see.
Yeah,
We
like what,
need
10 probably.
10 weeks, right? Is that 10 weeks?
Yeah, 2 months and 2 weeks.
That's
10 weeks,
2
roughly. Yeah.
20 notifications, and that's at least 10 shows. So we can do the one we just showed. We're obviously going to do the one with all the main Inquisitors on the front cover. Can we get to Callus? Can we get to Callus in 10 weeks and 20 notifications? That's the
Well,
gamble.
Here's the kicker to that. The
Gamble.
kicker to that, though, is that the rumor for Callus is not just Obi-Wan. He was also put out a different rumor that he could be an Andor.
Andor makes sense.
Yes.
So it changes the game a little bit.
Yeah, very
It
valid.
changes the
valid
game a
point.
little bit as far as I go.
Andor makes sense for a lot of
I don't-
appearances.
I just don't think I don't. So then it might not.
It's tricky, right?
Yeah.
It's a tricky one. For me, this copy right here, I will probably slab. I'll probably, just because there's so few slab
Andor?
copies out there that I feel, and I mean, these are 1 in 10s. Like literally,
Yeah.
when these came out, which is when I bought this thing,
and without a
you could buy
market,
these
you
IDW
have to
variants
market.
for like $5-6.
Yeah.
So I got almost nothing into it. So for my
you think
purposes, I'm going to slab
those
it
1 in
because I can
10s,
always get
JJ?
my money back out.
Those 1 in 10s,
But
there's sketch variants to a lot of these that are hard to get.
What sketch variants?
Sketch
well,
variants.
the sketch variants were. Well, the sketch variant 1 in 10s for the IDW run are in this latest Star Wars Adventures run.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, nothing
the
to do with
newer
the other issues that we got.
Not for the first run.
Oh, the first one. Okay.
32.
That's what I'm saying, because I
I
haven't
But
seen
those are
it.
1 in 10s in the latest one.
No, okay.
They're not out there a lot. I mean, none of these IDW variants are surprisingly out there a lot. I mean,
and these ones got.
you
one.
look at how high. If you want an example, look at how high the Hondo one can go for. I didn't pick that one, but
That was the one. That was the one
Yeah,
where everybody
I think-
started going and just raping these adventures. Well, there's
Is it
three.
like $300? Was it a 300 raw? Or is
probably
it,
more than that now for the Hondo
more?
one.
The Honda one's
Did you use
expensive.
that?
Yeah, Honda one's it's probably around there.
Because he could possibly show up in one of
Which I
these
think
shows.
is 7.
Everybody.
Wow.
So I,
Embo one's
to me,
not there yet. I will say that Embo's not there because
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
not many people down on Embo.
I'm taking the gamble and slabbing this one for my.
I would
purposes.
too, especially if the.
I don't know if everybody else is in the same thing.
If the rumor's stronger, but I will tell you this: content creators love to take the double hit at something. So 10 weeks, I think, is enough time. But you've got to also take that into consideration. If they pump it at the certain point where it hits the first time and doesn't show up, they can just reuse that in 6
Yeah,
months.
recycle it.
That is the baseline because they won't use the bad sales. They'll only use, like, when people do stuff like market, like there's somebody we know pretty well that used to do market reports, and they would he got a broken nose, but he would technically leave out some of the lower ones. You know what I mean? He don't even want to make them look better. So like what I'm saying is, like, they'll do that to pump these books up. So will they, if it goes down a little bit, they'll just throw out the low ones and then they'll go, but they have to find this book too, which is hard. You can only use content.
I'm
views,
still at
not
least stashing this,
for the profit.
if not slabbing it. But if you slab it, you could set the market really, because again, with no sales, you could be the one to start it.
Yeah, this is a big problem around my house too. The kids get to it, and then it gets, especially with these adventures. I was buying.
You know
them
what
all.
though? This book, like, with the exception of the cover tearing off, like, you could buy all these like adventures really cheap when they came out. You could probably sell it even like beat up all the heck for probably what you put into it at the very least if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Just saying.
All right.
Yeah.
You have to take it away from your son, though.
I
got
would
a
too.
call
Though.
on
I think I agree. I think a lot of people are saying the variant and slab it. And like I said, you get 2 dips at this. You get 2 dips. Hypothetically, your best case scenario is in the next 4 weeks, somebody for some reason decides to start giving notifications or start saying Callus is going to. If they start the rumor mill about Callus showing up, which we've kind of heard a little rumor, I think. Haven't we heard a tiny one about it?
Yeah.
If it starts to get louder,
Yeah.
people
Oh, yeah.
run out of stuff to create content for, then this is great. So I think slab either way.
Now,
Alright.
are you gonna? Now, would you sell it if you slab it?
Yeah. I would like to thank YouTube and our friends over at YouTube for the shirt.
I would wait to see if he actually showed up somewhere. I would probably sell it slabbed if I had it back by then.
Yeah.
Mm.
Mhm.
All right. We got one more book. We got one more book for the game here.
Last one.
Republic.
So this was an interesting one too. I got me my copy here.
Hold on a minute.
I
Now
forgot.
this one,
Embiggened.
so it's a newsie.
Yeah.
Star Wars Republic 65. Newsy version there. The problem with this one is you got 2 spine ticks right here, which you probably won't be able to see on the camera.
I can see
Maybe a
the
little
one. I
bit.
can see the one.
But
Yeah.
that's about it. But I mean, you're probably looking at best a 9.0 on this guy. Would be my guess, even with the press.
Newsstand
So
though.
keep that in mind.
People love the Dark Horse newsstands.
They do love them. And that's the tricky part with these. So there are 39 total graded. There's 21 and a 9.8, but there's no separation for newsstand variant on this when you look at a census. CBCS census, maybe. I don't know. I didn't check that. But looking at CGC, they
Population
don't
report
separate out
really doesn't
newsstands.
have. They're
And-
still light.
Yeah. And good luck finding a 9.6, 9.8 copy that's sold because I couldn't find one that was a newsstand. Now, there was a regular version 9.6 you picked up for about $275 sold. And then your raw price for the newsies in a very fine condition was about $90, which is probably where this one would lie. Like I said,
down.
it could be 8 to 9 somewhere in there. So, but it's definitely not reaching you're not reaching a 9.8 or a 9.6 with it. But it is the first appearance of Barris Offee, which is why it kind of skyrocketed. And there is Clone Commander Bly, which is not why it skyrocketed. But I don't know. To me, I lean on a book like this to stash, but
I don't, and this is why.
because I think I can still do well on it.
Okay, for raw, yeah, I think you could with the newsstand, but this is the thing that people might have to. And I wish Dom, I think followed up. Because I actually need his help with the rumors on this because I think this character, there's the Ahsoka Tano rumor, and this is where I need Dom because I think there's another rumor on this one too. So it's a double rumor. It might be a triple dip into the rumor. I think maybe stashing it till
she's rumored for about every show.
Yeah. So I think even if she is, I think stashing it to Ahsoka because I think the heat of the Ahsoka show, like anything that hasn't hit by then, that because it's always the same books, right? Like Kanan's going to show up in everything. Sabine's going to show up in everything. Hondo's going to show up in everything. Who else is going to show up in everything? Or Afra. Dr. Afra's going to show up in every. But like when you get to the Ahsoka Tano part of this, how far down the road that is. So a lot of these characters aren't going to be showing up, and that's going to be the last like stab jab at the apple before we start getting to High Republic stuff. So I think this is one.
I just noticed I didn't check well enough. I got hit by the spell correct. It's the first appearance of Barris Coffee.
Coffee.
Yeah, I actually passed over this book.
Damn autocorrect.
Played by Pam Grier.
We didn't
That's
send
different
this one out. We didn't send this one out either, and I think the one that I have back there that's in pretty good shape was it was 95 cents. You know where I got it from?
95 cents. Half price books.
Yeah.
On?
It's not called Half Price Books out here. It's called
Really?
what is it called? I can't remember what it's called.
No.
I don't know. I don't live out there.
Second Charles.
Second and Charles.
Second.
Jealous of all those stores. I don't get any of them.
Yeah, so it's the same thing. Yeah, they priced that at 95 cents. So I mean that's our plan. We didn't put it in this last out, so it was exactly what you were thinking. I was thinking because Dom has told me before about him, and I think I remember Dom saying,
What happened to Dom?
I don't know, but some of these are the best parts with Dom. Like I know,
No, he dropped out.
I think he lost his internet service.
So so this book is kind of like it's a little bit of a roller coaster as far as like because you look at it and it'll go down, and then a rumor hits and it goes back up. The latest rumor was the symbol. I don't know if you remember that.
Oh yeah, on the wall, the Barriss
the Grogu flashback.
Yeah.
There was a symbol that everybody thought was her symbol on the wall or her
It's
crest.
her bedroom. She's got to be.
That's bumped up during that.
Yeah. That definitely would have been. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. So it goes up and down and up and down and up and down. That's why I think when it gets to Ahsoka time, or maybe even Mando. Yeah, dang it. The one time. Yeah. So
where is she canon?
So
Lopez, she was in Clone Wars.
The book. Yeah. No, I think
she's in like the show.
In Adventures.
Yeah.
She was in the show, but if you're asking comics when she shows up, it's in that Adventures series that JJ showed.
To answer the earlier question of whether or not this started at high numbers, I think it started. It was weird. Like when Dark Horse first released this series, it started off just as Star Wars.
Oh, one became
which
Republic?
was like 20. Yeah, it became Republic, I think, at number 49 is when
in the 40s. It was in the 40s.
Well, yeah,
and then it went, I think, 82 issues or something.
So it was Star Wars, but they used to name the arcs.
Right.
The arcs would be Star Wars, and then the name of the arc, then the name of the arc, then the name of the arc, and then it turned into Republic.
Delaware, you say?
Delaware it is. So yeah, what are we're stashing this and hoping that it either comes back in a.
I said stash it. Yeah,
I agree. I've already done it. So
now is that $90?
Even though it's not going to be a 9.8 or anything like that.
Is that for just newsstand or just any copies? $90.
That's for the newsstand.
Yeah, okay. 2004. You're right. The 2004.
For very fine. I couldn't find a near mint
sell price for it. So hard to find. I'm stashing.
This is the one that was done the Genndy movie, right? It's the Genndy. Yes,
she was in the Genndy movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
On the free comic, 46 is First Republic. 46 is First Republic. First time they level retired, not 40.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Like it was
46.
It was in that,
that's close.
Yeah, it was Voss, Quinlan Voss, like storyline. I believe is when they started putting it on there.
Awesome, and that's kind of what we're trying to do. We're trying to give you like the mindset of like. That's why because apparently our FOMO.
Yeah, and I'm that way too, Ruben. Like I'm like I sell like a dozen books a year, maybe if that. I don't sell much at all. So, yeah. But I do kind of sell to buy more books.
Yeah, exactly.
When I do sell, it's like, oh, I need to sell something to buy something. So,
Dom's trying. Can somebody
did that yesterday?
Send him the relink, please. All right, so I think that's it. Is that it, or do we have one more book?
That was the last one for this week.
Nope, all right, so that's
it.
So hopefully, we'll do something. We'll try to keep doing these a little bit. They might not be every week, but we'll try to do them. I mean, it was our first one.
We tried an idea.
And let me know in the comments. Yeah. Let us know in the comments if anything to fix or bigger font or you hate it and don't like it or you do like it and you love it or whatever.
I think they'll love it. It seems like we're getting good feedback already. Yeah, somebody's going to hate it, but that's okay. That's all right. Okay. All right. So next up, and we'll section this out. So if you hate it, you can always just skip this section.
Some people don't like me. I don't like certain people.
Or suggest books.
Sorry, that's
I may not have the book, but suggest the book.
Well, yeah, but you know that it's got to be themed. All right. We're not just gonna whatever the hot book is. We're not doing it. It has to be around a kind of a theme.
Yeah.
More big heads.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. More big heads. Okay.
All right. Where are we rolling to next? Here, I'll remove this. I sent the link.
Preface also Star Wars books. Suggest Star Wars books. Don't suggest like Batman or something.
But I think it's kind of cool too that we kind of talk about the floor. I think that's something we started earlier in the week, and I think just giving that perspective to people should help. Maybe.
Yeah. No.
I just saw a couple tagging things. Just wait till you find out that that's not even the character in tagging. All right. Next up. Oh yeah, I know. He just.
Next up.
Yeah, he loves Plague. All right. Next up, we've got. Oh, do you want to do? Well, we can do. What do we have left? Crimson Rain first.
Yeah, just a teaser. Well, not a teaser, but beginnings of it
and trivia. I think.
Trivia, and then we are done because I got to go to work tomorrow.
Of daylight savings time. By the way, thanks everybody. Make sure you give it a thumbs up. Make sure you guys are subbing. We really enjoyed the numbers lately. It's really cool. This show is kind of picking up. The whole Renovision's been picking up. So. When you guys give us suggestions, we try to improve on it, and it looks like you guys are enjoying it, and girls. So we appreciate that.
And we're almost to the giveaway. We're almost to hit 1,500, so we're going to be
Sending stuff to
Doing giveaways
Mr.
soon.
Mr. Pete. Okay. So, Crimson Reign.
I'm just
Whose
saying.
Reign comic first appearances? JJ, is your throat dry or are you going to continue?
I can go on.
Yeah,
Go on,
we gotta
please.
lubricate the instrument.
Mm-hmm. Go on.
Okay.
Let's go next.
So first up,
we get him back in.
Everyone.
I went with the obvious one first. Yeah, the fairly obvious one first.
I saw this.
She is
I almost
Kira's the current in Crimson. So,
Go ahead.
Solo. For anybody who didn't already know this, but probably most people do, it's Star Wars story or Solo, a Star Wars story #1, the adaptation. So I mean, pretty basic. It's obviously a full. I will get a little bit into cameo full here. I just put down the first time they appeared, and everybody can have that debate later.
Yeah,
I do put
exactly
other stuff in there, but I don't want to get too deep in the weeds in that. But yeah, for her, and I don't know, the thing I've always found interesting about this character is like you already have the actress and everything squared away. So if you ever do want to use her in the future, like it's not that hard. Just shove a bunch of money at Emilia Clarke and sign her up.
It's like there's no more Mother of Dragons. What are you gonna do? Come on.
Who's the mother of dragons? Yeah.
But there are some variants to this one.
That's right. She dyed her hair. She was in
If you hit the next slide for
Yeah,
me.
Game of Thrones.
Right. Yeah.
See,
There we
Dusty
go.
was with me.
Dusty with her. All right. All right. Next up.
So these are the
Oh, these are
variants.
the variants.
Now, you did have more variants than this. I just picked out some because I didn't want to didn't hear it all day doing variants. But there's a 1 in 25.
Was all
There's
over
a
the
1 in
place for
50.
like $2
Now-
because nobody wanted that thing.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It's not a
The
great
weird
one.
thing is this is like when you look out in the market now, like in the secondary market, both the 1 in 25 and the 1 in 50 are like equally hard to find, I feel like, which is weird. Like I feel there should be way less of the 1 in 50s, but like try finding a 1 in 25 is almost as hard as a 1 in 50.
Huh.
And then the one that kind of is a sneaky one is the Walmart variant where they pretty much just changed the logo to yellow.
Yeah, I got one.
But it is a little more limited than the cover A.
I bought it off Amazon, and this is the
What's to
copy they
look out
sent me.
for?
They sent me the Walmart one when I bought it off Amazon for like $5.
Wally World.
So
I want to
keep that in mind. Sometimes
quick
you can
opinion
get
on this. Does the fact that to me, like rarity matters a lot, but does anybody find the 1 in 50 less appealing because she's not on it? And
A
it's her
little.
like big character.
a little. I also didn't love this scene in the movie. I don't
Not
know.
me. I got 5 of those, so I find them extremely important and probably the toughest copy and best copy ever. It should be valued 20 times high. No, yeah, the cover sucks. Like in real life,
Valued
that cover
forever.
sucks. Yeah, no, it's the worst cover.
Yeah,
That's why you can.
It's not a
find it
great
everywhere.
cover.
It really is. It's shit.
Mhm.
But with that being said, buy now. Very expensive, very rare, low print run. It's a low print run.
Fire emojis everywhere.
Lower print run comparable to what? I don't know, but it's Star Wars to the Star Wars 2015.
But something.
Yes,
Still low. Whatever it is.
low,
it's low.
very low print run compared.
All
Let's
right.
go to the next book then.
So Ochi of Bestoon, the Assassin of the Sith. First appearance, Star Wars #6. You got kind of a Wolverine 180, 181 scenario with this. It's a full page appearance on the last page of 6, and they name him and everything else. So again, to me, that's his first. Put it down as whatever you want.
But if
I don't know where
180 had
his
a second
storyline's going.
print-
We know he dies in a desert.
Can we make that shirt,
Yeah.
Eric?
What?
I need the shirt made. Can't change eyes. They're all working on Moon Knight. We got to come up with something for that too.
That's
All
like
right,
3
go.
shirts we
Yeah.
got to do now. We got to move along.
Yeah,
Yeah,
move along.
rumor has
Next
it.
up.
Yeah.
Ochi, that nobody gives a shit
But
about.
yeah.
No, but the Wolverine thing. Like, imagine if
died in a
Wolverine
desert at
180
some
had a
point.
second print where he was
Had
on
it.
the cover. Would people then consider Wolverine 180 his first at that
Yeah.
point? I'm just
Well, you know
curious.
what weird is the second print still for this goes for cheap as far as money goes. Like the second
think
print's
there
not
was
great,
a
but
lot.
I think they literally printed more of the second print than I think
Yeah,
they did
they
the
did.
first in this.
Yeah,
Canadian
yeah.
ones.
This is one of those first books where guys thought they're creative and they started getting diamond accounts and they really just started pounding and ordering out this print because they thought this character was something and they didn't realize that he's dead and that nobody likes him.
Well, I don't think he would have guessed that he was going to be.
It's all hit the next
kinda
slide for
crappy
Pete.
as he was.
All right, it takes you.
Yeah, kind of a comic relief character.
Yeah, he was like a goofball. Like it was like, wait a second.
Yeah, but the whole thing about finding the The Goonie thing in the desert.
Oh, don't even get me on the Goonie knife. He was dead. All right, his knife was important.
Did
That
you
gave you no sense that he was a goof.
He just gets his like by comic book 3.
Jedi, get ready to hit the button.
Vader's got yeah, get ready to hit the button. Vader's got 1 arm, 2 fingers, and a toe, and he whoops the shit out of this guy. I mean, you knew it would be it. All right, move along.
There you go.
Before the
What's
second
variant?
So these are the variants. Again, the second print is the one there in the middle with him on the cover, which is basically the interior art of the last page. What you don't see very often that nobody talks about is what's the creature that tries to eat the Falcon out of the worm, the giant worm?
Slug.
I can't remember. Any which way, that's what that's depicting in the 40th anniversary variant there.
Space slug.
What a slug?
Space slug.
That's the name of the creature? Is a space slug?
It's
Well, that's
very
uninventive.
original.
Anyways.
His name is Frank.
It's uninventive, yeah. Again, we can have this debate all we want. I'm not going to have the debate. You can pick up 7 if you want. It's still pretty cheap.
Oh, I just
And you could consider that as first full. I don't know. Y'all can figure that out.
Zaggy. It's late enough. Zaggy's coming up there. It's fine.
Wiener Monster.
Oh, don't say it out loud.
After
What's wrong
hours.
with saying Wiener Monster? We've said much worse.
All right, go ahead. Next up, because he likes it when you say it.
Demonetized.
Yeah.
We're not getting demonetized for Wiener Monster. You already had what was it? Poops.
But
But
yeah. So here's an interesting one of Guti. Is it Guti? The Black Sun Underboss. I don't know how much he's going to show up more in Crimson Dawn, but he got that kind of a lot of that I guess credit or whatever for was it Crimson Reign 1 where they were talking about Zizor and she brought it up while she was at the table with him.
Yeah, she's the name drop.
Anyways, he shockingly enough shows up in Dr. Aphra 11 in a one panel appearance there. So that's him checking out his card, or his invitation, I should say, to the auction. But yeah. Not a lot going on with this book, but it is technically a first.
Appearance of him at a different auction, but we can't tell. Once again, you can't tell if it's him or not. So we're going to go with this. And it could have, that would have been my best. Yeah.
All right. Well, we also
How
have other.
often does Space Slug eat? Must be ones. Okay.
There's other covers too. Or variants.
Yep. So you had the Pride Month variant, which was one of the better Pride Month covers, I thought.
Yeah.
Out of that run, and then the 50th anniversary with a Court 45 Lando on there.
Oh.
And now, if you want his first full or where he shows up more, you can get War of the Bounty Hunters 2.
Why you got to give Lando all the credit? Why can't that be a Lobot cover? Why can't she be a Lobot fan?
Yes, you do have Lobot. Yeah, the Cloud City cover. Forgot about Lobot. How could I forget?
Rousey.
Next.
Rousey.
Moving on.
Move along.
This is Destic. Yep. Clearly, mysterious assassin. I don't really know what to put down for a title. But she's at this point in time, she's working with Crimson Dawn. Under that mask, she's a real looker. The Jedi can attest to.
She also showed up in Crimson Reign number 2. In Crimson Reign number 2, I believe. In Crimson Reign number 2, I believe also they show her and identify her as a human being instead of a Night Sister. Knowledge.
Yeah, she's supposed to be a Daberic or of that species, but yeah, they clearly show her as a human, even though it's kind of a mistake. But she does show up again. It's kind of a same situation as Ochi, where last full appearance on a last page thing in Bounty Hunters 13.
I see. I don't know why Jedi doesn't like this book. I mean, his boy is right there.
There you go. Yeah, I see, right on it.
That's the only thing I've been looking at the entire time. But no, I thought
She's trying to break up a fight there.
Her face, and, I mean,
until she showed her face. I got you.
She went from a 10 to a 7 real fast.
Yeah, that's like a blind date nightmare right there. I mean, I don't know what happened.
You guys do know these are just comic book characters. That's not real life, right? Yes.
Yeah. I think I was trying to use an Evil Dead quote. I don't know if I got it right. Maybe it was Army of Darkness. I don't know.
Died in some desert. He died in some desert.
Next
up, we have the.
He did die in some desert.
Died in some
I
desert.
don't know what desert it was.
All right, this is
no variants for. Well, wait, where's that variant? Did I skip a variant thing on that?
I must have messed it up.
There are some variants for that.
Marco might have deleted it by accident.
Don't worry about it. Yep. Next up is the Archivist.
We'll fix it on
Madeline's son, real name.
Yeah, when I throw the slides up
That's
on
all right.
Facebook. So if you're on the Facebook, like
Yep.
like JJ was telling you, get on the Facebook. We'll start putting some of these slides out there for you guys.
Somebody did ask about that, so yeah, we'll
Yeah.
have it there. So it's a quick reference. It's an easy reference for you guys. Okay, go ahead.
There, Dom.
I'm back. back. Jesus.
There he is.
Back, baby.
Yo, my internet like just died.
Yeah, because we're gonna ask you
Anyways,
about
so
all
we just
the
got a bunch
rumors.
of.
Just when we had all the rumor chat about to come
Yeah.
up, Dom, the rumors are. Wait, where's Dom? Like,
Yeah, we had all these rumors and pops, and then there was no Dom.
Your
All right.
time to shine was there.
Missed it.
all right.
But yeah, we
so
kind of
for-
went over this in review. So she's the
Okay.
archivist or the crazy cat lady of the Crimson Reign saga.
He
But
does look like the crazy cat lady.
I know, right? That's what I always think of when I see her.
She's gonna show up.
Yeah,
Though, in
War of the
more-
Bounty Hunters 5 is the first.
She's gonna show up in a lot. She's
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
show up
I think so.
in Han 3 things. She's already planned to show up in a lot of.
Quick
different
question. I know you guys are already pretty into this.
stuff.
Did you get any Dathomir vibes with her? Like which type of vibes with her? Like she could be somewhat of a witch that has the power to dark side and the light.
Nah, she's just a
But she's
squib.
got the weird force sensitive.
She's force sensitive, but yeah, no, I
Artifact
don't
thingy,
think.
but yeah.
I don't think they're gonna link her to Dathomir because of how they did the Yoda going into the tunnel term.
I like the crazy cat lady. There you go.
Yeah, crazy cat like it is. Tom
I
made a
still
quick
like the
run.
wiener monster, personally.
Go next up, next page. There's a couple of
I
variants.
missed it.
More about Hunter 5.
A couple
I tried to
variants for this issue, yeah.
Oh, thank JJ for all the hard work he put up, but I had
Yeah.
to hear some stuff at the last minute, so I made some. Oh, okay, last page. Let's go. There's the worst variant, which
Worst
JJ
variant.
absolutely hated this variant.
You can find the real covers.
No,
Made
I
it
just
look
looked
worse.
at the preview world because that's how they did in preview. They never had the real covers on it.
I wish it was blank.
These covers for this were not great. Like to me, like the worst one is the Carbonite one. Ooh, let's turn it black and white and call it
Yeah,
Carbonite.
well, Carver.
Same
That
with
is
the
great ones for JJ to hit out.
Red.
Good. I just picked all the ones I thought JJ would just like go like, oh, that is the worst one. And
God damn it.
So there was
Yeah.
a Carbonite, a couple other ones too, but I decided to use whatever. And then there's the Ahsoka one. So,
But yeah.
there you go.
Yeah.
Even the Anakin Ahsoka one's not bad, but then when you see it in person, they ruin it
Yeah.
with the
They
gaudy
roll
gold
things
trade
over.
dress thing.
But get it autographed and then slabbed.
We didn't want to do that.
That should be it, right?
Yeah.
We
So
just
we're
wanted
gonna
to get
add
rid of
more
That was
stuff.
it.
We know that
So
We're
we'll
gonna
probably do more of those.
in the back half, yeah. Because is there 6?
Yeah.
Is 6 showing up? I think by the time 6 shows up, we'll go over some of the. There's just 5. Or wait, what was that? 3 we got. 4's got 4. We're waiting because some things might. We don't want to ruin it, and we want to get it to a point where it's
There's a certain group of characters you're going to find out more about. We'll put it that way.
in 4. Yeah, we'll put it that way. So we will break those down a little bit more, and we'll get into it. We just didn't want to, although we like to inform you about stuff, we don't like to spoil stuff because we got a lot of readers here. You like the 50? Okay, good. Next time I'll put out a poll of what
Who likes the Carbonite versions?
All right. Well, good stuff, JJ. So there we go. We're starting a new list. By the way,
JJ,
people have asked-
whatever I seen, I appreciate it.
what people have asked, like, is there a way to make this list available and easy? We are putting it on the Facebook page.
We'll put it on Facebook.
It'll be
I will
easy
do
for
it
you
this
just to
week.
click through. And hopefully, I think our plan eventually is to get it segmented. So we'll do High Republic Adventure, Crimson Reign.
I'd like to put out a list, but I don't know a really good way to do that in video format.
Not a
So
good way to do it in format.
Mm.
Right. All right. Next up, we've got everybody's favorite trivia. Win some stuff. Oh, wait. Before we get to trivia, start putting ones in the chat if you want to play trivia. You don't really need to know much. You can look at the answers, and it's just pretty much a way for Jedi to give away shit.
Stuff I don't want.
I would say cool Star Wars stuff, but after last week, shit. All right.
There are some zingers in there.
Ooh.
That's what we found last out.
All right.
Hey,
last
Paul.
week. There were some
Remember,
zingers.
the chat is behind. We're
Oh,
starting
we
to get.
did a first appearance list. We did it. You showed up perfect timing because we're putting ones in the chat if you want to play trivia, but you missed a new segment that we did. You missed an old segment we did. You missed an Obi review that we
Yeah,
did.
so watch the replay.
Watch the replay.
But to give people more time,
Never
to put their
will be
ones
the
in,
first
Thank you for the
one.
book.
We're getting ones already, but to give people a few more seconds to put ones in, I'm going to run the intro, and then we can get started.
Yeah, good.
I'm
Keep
just trying
running.
to help
Keep
out
running.
Dusty. You never want to be the first one on the list.
Never. I think it's only happened 1 out of 32 times. Go ahead. No problem, Paul. Hey, Paul put in there too. There you go. There's a 1. Perfect timing, Paul. All right. We're still not doing the wheel. We're doing my roll-a-thon.
Oh, yeah, I didn't get a wheel ready. We should
This
have
is
done that.
literally what I do.
You should have a holocron that opens
It's
up.
like, we only get like 10
Magic
people.
8 Ball.
Does anybody know how to do the paper fold thing? We can do that.
Yeah, I know how to do it. We're not doing that.
Yeah.
All right.
Fortune teller.
Yeah, we can find out who's dating who, and we get married.
Okay. All right. So, all right. Tell me when. Now we're getting crazy people putting weird numbers in here.
All right. And stop.
Oh,
Hey, who's saying stop?
Doesn't matter.
Well, yeah.
Doesn't matter. We both said stop.
we
Did
didn't
you stop?
designate anybody to say stop.
Check my vid. Yeah, 1.
Click my vid is already played, so we got to go again.
Run it again.
All right. Well,
You
I think
already
all these people have already played. Can you guys put on Instagram? I don't have Facebook. We might be able to figure something out.
I don't know if it
Dude,
lets you.
Hey, I just hit click my vid twice. Okay.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Is there a
Why can't-
limit on
When was
Instagram?
the last time click my vid won?
2 weeks ago.
Oh, that's too
Oh,
bad.
2 reasons.
All right. Tell me.
Third time a
again.
charm.
All right.
Stop.
Go ahead.
Hallmark.
time is
Oh,
New name.
And you know how close it was though. If you look at the chat,
Yeah, click my vids right there.
and I was on my way up, I was like,
Really
"Holy
good.
shit!" Okay, click my vid, and so it's Paul. Paul is in
Yeah.
for it. Sorry, click my vid. Come back. There's a 3-week buffer. You can only play once a month, so 4-week, and it's not like a calendar month. It's a 4-week thing. New law just instated.
Yeah,
All right.
new law. But yeah, when I put the last week's slides, the High Republic slides, it's like 30 slides. So I don't know if Instagram lets you post that many pictures in one post.
Yeah. That'd have to be a few
That's
posts.
the only restriction I would think.
I think you max out at 12 or something like that.
I should have
Yeah.
JJ
You're doing
running
chunks.
the thing, just talking about the whole video and just do a narrative. of
Is
the
Paul
entire
still there?
video.
Paul, you there?
Oh, are you here?
That's
Oh,
right,
you-
Paul. You still got to be here to play.
It was 2 weeks. Click 2 more weeks, and you're good though. I promise you this. None of the above. None of the above. How can we do this?
No, we're not doing the Brewster's Millions vote for the
all right.
mayor.
So is Paul still in?
We got.
Paul,
We'll
if
figure
you-
out. We'll work out an off season. No, we're still looking for Paul. Paul, you have to respond. Yes,
there,
Paul.
he is.
there
All
he
right,
is.
Paul's there.
There.
There we go.
So real quick, while Pete pulls up the slides, I don't care how you answer the question. So real quick, you're going to pick a number. The number corresponds to a question. You answer the question. You win a prize. You win a prize. Maybe we make a deal. I don't care how you use. You can use chat. You can use the panel, except for me and Pete. You can use Google. I don't care. We're just not going to wait forever.
Yeah.
So first thing we need from you, Paul, is to pick a number 1 through 6.
And not use Zaggy.
I am the law.
Let's go
Paul
5.
says 5.
All right, let's go 2.
Oop. There you go.
Okay. In which trash compactor were the rebel heroes trapped after attempting to rescue Princess Leia? Was
Jesus
it
Christ.
40? Google it. Was it 42 tac 6, 32 tac 5 tac 3827, 32 tac 4, 42 tac 9 tac 3830? So
Yeah,
again,
this is hit up Google. Come on,
feel
guys.
free to Google,
Help
just
out
don't-
Paul.
Or
This
listen
is
to
one of
the
those
chat.
ridiculous questions.
B.
In which trash compactor
B.
were the rebel heroes, not rebels heroes, rebel heroes trapped after attempting to rescue Princess Leia? Not going to read all those again, but Paul says D.
I
Is
highly
that
see
your
it as
final
B.
answer, Paul?
Yeah, we're not going to take your final answer. Well, I know that's what you said, Paul, but just look at the chat. Listen to JJ.
Yeah, I agree with Wayseeker. I think it's actually that, but for our purposes, I'm going to go B.
Sam says Google says it's B.
All right, Paul. Okay, so
Paul
now
going
Paul
B.
says B. All right. Let's see if
There you
Paul's
go.
right. It
And
was
that is
B.
correct for Google.
Okay, Paul, here's what you could win. Still trying to give these things away.
And now we deal.
Now we deal. Put me up on the big screen, though.
I will. I got you.
We have these applause,
They shoot at you.
figures. Still have the tags on them. Luke and
Nice.
Yoda and
Zizor.
Prince. Somebody
What
tell
about
me
Zizor's
his
head?
last name.
His
He's
head's
looking
like,
up.
Why look it up so quick? Like he's like looking up where? Oh.
He's
We can get his throat cut or something.
no,
It's
he's
like the mask.
he's taking his breath away. He's
I don't know what he's doing. Prince's eyes. You guys
All right,
tell me his last
so-
name. So anyway, this is what you
Zizor.
have won.
I was
Paul.
always calling him
Zizor. You have won these.
two 12-inch figures.
Ruben
I
wants him.
will send these to you this week, or
It's Zizor.
Paul's ahead of you.
Let's go 2. Let's go 2.
He didn't even put him
make a
out yet.
deal.
Oh,
He did.
Still got them in the wrong order. How do I keep doing it?
there you go. You got it now.
There you go.
This is hard.
He's gambling. He's a man of my heart. He's gambling.
Oh, he's saying 2.
He
Same
said
thing.
2
Go
before
number
you even
2.
pulled him up.
Wayseeker wants to get picked so he can get the Zizor.
All right, so you did say 2, right? Okay.
Mm-hmm. He said, "Let's go 2."
So I did restock this. There is a zinger in here. I did restock. I don't know if it's in here, but there is a zinger in one of the
Around.
envelopes.
It is a Star Trek communicator.
Oh, jeez,
It's a red shirt.
So then he goes, "Woo!"
For Flash? Oh, what's this?
Ooh.
So you can react. The
So
best
you
and
can
worst.
reenact the best and worst of Book of Boba Fett.
Is that 3 figures?
Little guys.
Oh, thanks,
These
Paul.
three
We
figures.
6-inch figures are pretty cool.
Oh, you got the little guy.
Oh,
Nice.
nice. There you go. All right, Paul. Well, reach
got-
us.
You got Mando, you got Grogu, and you got the sad
Marco's
Luke.
favorite,
Ooh, sad Luke.
Luke.
All right.
Good decision, Paul.
That's not the best and worst. Unless you have a figure of a Bacta tank, you're not. You didn't get to worst.
Yeah, can we have a naked school ties fight after the back attack?
Thank you.
Naked Boba Fett.
Last week was. I appreciate the compliment on last week.
Thank you.
Perfect timing this week, apparently. It is a trap.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Paul. Thank you.
Paul, make sure you send your stuff. Jedi Johnson 22. Make sure you send him a message if you don't get there.
Hit me up.
Send it out
If
to
you
Ron.
don't, you can always send it to me. I'll get it to Jedi. So if you want to send it to Renovision, I'll get it to Jedi if that's easier too.
Tip of the week: if you're going to the movies, please don't pick your butt in line.
No, better yet, don't smell your finger. After
Yeah,
you.
if you send it here, it's
that's
probably
the-
never going
yeah.
to get read. If you send it here, Marco's probably never going to read it.
I'll never read it. No, that's true.
Don't
He
send it to
doesn't
the
know how
email.
this
Yes.
works.
Don't send it to the
I,
email.
I don't quite know how this works. So if you send me one message here, I'll answer it. Your second message might not get answered. So that's
So
good.
go here if you don't go to Jedi Johnson 22.
I know we've sent all the messages on how Marco doesn't know how to work IG. Pete gets them all. I understand that. I also get a lot of messages. Okay. What else?
I think that's it.
I think that's it. We'll see you
That's
next
all we
week.
got.
All right, there we go. Well, we'll see you all next week. Thank you again for your support. We do appreciate. Watch our other wonderful shows here on Renovision, and tune into TAC on Wednesday because it's our other live show that we do here. I think we might be doing a couple new things too. I think some of the boys in the chat and everything else are going to try to get a show off the ground. So,
Yeah, we'll have some,
All right.
we'll have some fun on Wednesday.
oh, you're welcome.
Yeah, and I'll have stuff. I think I got hidden gems again. I like people seem to like last week, so I do it again for tomorrow, and then chasing ghosts on Tuesday.
You
So,
think we
all right.
undersold
Check
Dark
out the channel.
Crawl? Interesting, you say?
Yeah.
Maybe. Maybe.
Yeah. We had a big thing on Darth Crawl too. If you go back and watch many moons ago
Yeah, a long time
when
ago.
it first came out.
Yeah.
Mm.
long time.
long time ago. But with that said, we will see you guys next week here.